People of Earth, how are you? Much better. This is actually take two. We had a little software issue. That's okay.
Glitch.
We don't really use high tech technology over here. I know it sounds like we do, but we don't. My name is Al. Across the table from me is my friend Joe. How are you, Joe?
Al, I'm good for the second time.
I'm sorry, baby.
You fucked up.
I just, listen.
Fucking retard.
It has nothing to do with me, I have to tell you.
That's what everybody says.
I mean, who knows? It was probably me. I'm no full-time.
Fucking problem with the country today.
Nobody
takes responsibility except the Trumpster.
That guy takes no fucking... He's not accountable for anything, according to him, I think. Don't you?
Trump?
He's a fucking nut job. I love the guy, but he's... Whatever. He's definitely...
I don't know. I have to think about that for a second.
Yeah.
Well, he takes responsibility for what's going on in, like, China and shit, because he's doing it.
I have to say, I mean, if you're president of the United States, you should be... You, especially running for your second term, you are the most relevant person on the planet when you're a first-term president.
What has he done that's really bad?
Nothing. But I'll tell you right now who's irrelevant. And she fucking showed up in the news for the first time in at least a month yesterday.
Who's that?
AOC. Is there anyone more fucking irrelevant than her, frankly? She's irrelevant.
Well,
She may not keep her seat, by the way.
I was thinking this.
She says that the whole immigration thing down there with the kids being taken away from their parents is a concentration camp. Exercising in hyperbolic fucking rhetoric much, honey? Sorry, go ahead. You were thinking.
Well, there are people that are starting to wake up because they sent fucking Amazon away.
Oh, yeah.
They said $150,000 a year jobs. Nah, we don't
something
want them.
stupid like 25, 50,000 jobs?
25,000.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 25,000 or 50,000 jobs? Something in there?
Yeah, a lot of fucking jobs.
That's a lot of people getting
and
work,
a
man.
A lot of them, anywhere from like 50 grand up to,
It's a lot of people looking to buy
the show.
fucking lunch at the corner delis. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and buy services and...
Yeah.
Well, housing will probably rise, but... shit happens. She's a socialist. I mean,
right.
You know what I can't really get too upset at her because she's, what is she, 29?
I don't think she's 30. I think you're right. I think she was 28 when her term started.
She's my daughter's age, so she's a moron.
She has beautiful breasts, too. That gets her a little leeway from me.
But, you know what I've been thinking about lately? And I think we mentioned this on the last podcast, is that I don't understand, and I have to read this in the Constitution. Nancy Pelosi and AOC should have the same amount of power. They're both congresswomen from a district. And I don't understand why Nancy Pelosi is pulling the fucking strings.
She has an administrative position within the legislature. Somebody has to say who's on what committee and who heads each committee. Somebody has to do that.
I don't know if is that in the Constitution? Is the Speaker of the House in the Constitution?
I don't think so, Joe. I don't. I mean, I'm pretty sure. I have my handy dandy Constitution. By the way, the Constitution is not a long document.
No.
It's just not. I don't think there's anything setting up Congress in there. But still, somebody has to... Oh, here we go. Congress of the United States.
It is. It's in the Constitution.
Yeah, here it is.
The House of Representatives shall choose their Speaker
Yep.
and other officers. Although the Constitution does not require the Speaker to be a member of the House, all speakers have been members.
Interesting.
And I don't know whether the third in line to the fucking presidency is in the Constitution either. But what bothers me is that you have somebody who's unelected and I don't care whether it's Republican or Democrat, that seems to carry a fucking shitload of power, and I don't like it. I don't like this, this melting fucking whore.
They got to not do something by committee. If they do everything that she does by committee, it's going to take even longer to get real shit done. Somebody has to fucking administer certain things.
I have to say, here's the thing that, like, I talk a lot about not liking Nancy Pelosi, and we used to really like her tits.
Before they hit the ground.
But she's really taken, she got hit with the fucking, she was dragged on the fucking gravel road face first. She's just looking really fucking bad. But she represents a district which includes San Francisco, where they have an application called SnapCrap, where you can notify other users where homeless people have taken a shit. And this woman, so her district is a disaster, which doesn't mean that, it's not 100% her fault. But you should have a district that's, San Francisco is probably, I think, maybe next to Los Angeles, if not the highest property values in the world.
I think San Francisco's are technically higher than LA's on average.
They have a homeless population like crazy, and this fucking douchebag says, "Oh, and we're going to be a sanctuary city, so everybody can come in."
And other than
and
the ones
shit on
that
the
can't,
fucking street,
other than the ones that were bussed in by the president, they can't come in because that's not fair.
Funny. So I don't understand how somebody like this is representing me. I don't want her to represent. I didn't vote for her, and I don't see why she's got this kind of power. But if it's constitutional, then it's constitutional.
Right.
That's the way it goes.
And you're not looking to change the Constitution, Joe.
Well, I'm not looking to change it, but it's a bitch to change, and they made it that way. Constitution, the greatest thing about our Constitution is it takes into account that people are fucking scum.
Yeah. Yep.
They're absolute petty scum.
Yeah, and the guys
myself included.
And the guys who wrote it were all lawyers. They know that lawyers are scum, and future lawyers would be scum, but somehow they made it happen.
I was in with the shrink, and of course he can't talk about other clients and shit.
Yeah.
Can't talk about.
When did you see him?
Last week.
Oh, I didn't see him till yesterday. So.
What's today? Tuesday?
Joe and I have the same shrink, which is funny because Joe tried to get me to go to couples therapy with Joe like 5 or 6, 7 years ago.
I thought that would be a good idea. But we were talking about divorce lawyers.
Yeah.
And it's always been my, divorce lawyers are the scum of the earth. And they put, when you're getting divorced and you think that your lawyer's fighting for you and he's mad at the other guy, and it's all a fucking game. They're out there on the golf course and they say, how much money do these assholes have?
Right.
And they fucking, let's drag this out for 6 or 9 months.
Right.
And, we won't bankrupt them, but we'll get them, we'll get fucking 70 or 100 grand of theirs. And we'll settle it up.
Right.
And I said, I always thought it worked that way. And he goes, it fucking does work that way.
Right.
I've had him here on the couch telling me.
No shit.
Trying not to throw up. We'll beat them with a bat.
I told him a couple stories. He's like, wow, that guy's an asshole. He doesn't hold back. You know what I mean?
No, so how do you like him? What was your
I think he's
first
great.
impression?
We were the hour went by really quick, and I was excited that it was a real hour, not a 45-minute hour. I didn't know until I felt like I was in there for an hour and a half.
55-minute
Okay,
hour.
so maybe that's what it was. You know what I mean? I got there right at the stroke of 6, though.
I blew him off.
Once?
I was supposed to go Monday at 7. And I just blew him off. And I said, hey, Charlie, I've told you. I got trouble with commitment, so how can you take me on as a client and expect that I'm going to show up all the time?
Yeah, well. Yeah, no, it went well.
He was a couch day.
He was really, 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 really he was either really interested or is a really good actor, and he asked a lot of good questions about the fucking specifics of what I do for a living. He was fascinated.
Well,
He was fascinated because I told him, for example, that building at Cordage Park they're building, I'm painting that.
right.
And he's like, and all you did was read a plan and gave them a price? I'm like, yeah, I read about 5 different, addendums and, I read a design development set, a fucking permit set, a construction set, you know what I mean? And all the addendums. Yeah, I read about 6 plans, put together a price, and we sold it.
And here's what he's going to say to you.
Yeah.
And this is what we're trying to get through. Because I think having the same shrink, because I don't think he gets it. I tell him that you and I talk about everything.
Yeah.
And look, if you got problems with your balls or something, I don't really want to know that much. But
I would tell you.
or some freaky thing. But
I don't tell you
is,
about all the freaky shit. I could.
Charlie's going to go, so you're capable of doing this and you still feel like you're a piece of shit? Yes.
Yeah. We didn't even. You know what? He did the.
No, it's way too early for you.
At
He's
the
just
end, he
getting to
did
know
say,
you.
the end of the session, the first thing he said is what they all say. Why are you here? At the end, it was, what do you think you can get out of this or whatever? And I wanted to joke with him and go, I just need someone to tell me it's going to be okay, Charlie. But I didn't. You know what I mean? Maybe if we get to know each other and he figures out that I'm actually kind of funny and a little smart. I think he knows that anyway.
Well,
he asked me how my sex life was.
did he mention me?
No, I brought you up quickly because I was talking about the wall, but I fucked up and called it the hole. I went, oh, no, that's what my friend Joe calls it. You know what I'm talking about? You call it the hole, I call it the wall.
The hole? What hole?
When you're fucking in a state of either not medicated or depressive, it's fucking winter, you talk about getting out of the hole. I talk about getting over the wall at the beginning of the day. For you, it's a hole. For me, it's a wall.
Climbing out of a hole.
But it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the same exact thing.
Different
you just
metaphor,
said,
same
yeah,
thing.
yeah. So I actually said, I was talking about the hole. I went, oh, wait, no, it's a wall. I said, that's Joe. But I'm not going to be able to talk about, now that I'm seeing him, he's not going to talk about me and you to me and you. You know what I mean?
Oh, he already said that. He can't.
Yeah, he can't. Because he doesn't want to take family members. And he knows that we're friends and everything. He might, listen, I hope it works out for both of us. Yeah, but he might not realize that we're kind of like family a little bit. You know what I mean?
I've told him that.
Yeah, we're family. So I'm surprised.
See, here's what I'm hoping.
I'm surprised he even saw me.
I'm hoping there's a lot of bullshit that can be. He can learn a lot about you from me, and vice versa. Not by
talking about each other.
Not
right.
even just by saying these two assholes have known each other and he can say, no wonder they're friends. They both hate each other. Hate each other, or they hate. Each one of them hates themselves.
Right?
Why do you hate yourself?
Did you notice that he took a lot of notes your first session? He took a shitload of notes yesterday.
Charlie is engaged
in what he's doing. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I thought when I left. I'm like, this motherfucker's actually going to sit down. He's here late. He doesn't have to see anyone else. I bet he's here for a half hour, 45 minutes writing some shit.
He likes what he does for a living.
Yeah. He seems like a really nice guy, and I know him from somewhere else, and I don't know where it is. And he doesn't have one of those faces. Maybe he used to buy gas when I was pumping gas or something, because what is he, about 10 years older than you maybe? 10, 15 years older than me?
Well, no, he's not 70.
10, 15 years older than me. I'm 50.
He's
got to be in his early, mid-60s anyway. How's that?
Sure.
All right.
Sure, I guess.
I think he either used to come to the gas station I worked at, or maybe I painted his house, although he would have remembered.
You know something? I saw Charlie once when I was getting divorced in 2000. I went in, I had a session with him, and I never went back.
Oh, okay. And he doesn't remember.
No. And and I thought for a second, and I forgot about it until I saw him.
So when you signed up, did you just sign up randomly at Cove, or was it because it was on your network, or did someone? And you were lucky enough to get him because there's like 4 or 5 other people to talk to. Thank God, huh?
I sent them an email, I believe. Hey, I need some fucking therapy. Here's my insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Do you take this?
It's funny. You emailed them, not called them. That's so funny.
Well, it's always
you love email.
Email's just better.
Email's for you. That's
Well,
it's
you know
for a
what?
lot of people.
No, email's good because you have. No, I actually did say that. You know.
Oh, a record, a written record.
Yeah, you have a.
See, for me,
oh,
it's
you
like
told me you were going to put fucking. Now, sometimes a recorded record is bad for you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. For
If
me,
you
I'm
lie
like,
a lot, which I do lie quite a bit, but
I lie on a minutely basis.
But I tend not to lie about big things. I lie about, like, how come he didn't answer the phone? Like the Kung Fool today who showed up because he's been looking for me. He wants me. Kung Fool believes that because he charges me excessively for garage doors, that he can come over here and have me weld shit for him at any moment. I just looked at him and go,
Because he charges you exorbitantly,
Yeah, I
you
said,
get to weld shit for free.
and use my own steel, you know, and fucking consumables and all that. And I just look at him and go, I'm not fucking welding anything today.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Was he want you to weld something on his truck or something?
Yeah, I had some hinges or some fucking thing. And I'm like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Well, you got some steel. I'm like, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
And guess what? I'm not fucking welding it onto your hinges.
Right.
Go away. Go to a welder. They'll charge you $100 a hinge.
By the way, old Charlie suggests that he goes, I'm not a drug and alcohol counselor, by the way. This was at the end. He's like, so I don't know if this is going to work for you. Because he goes, I think that's what you're looking to. I'm like, nah, I get a lot of other shit I want to talk about myself. Because I let him know a little bit about, we got a long way to go. He can't get to know. I got a lot of shit going on. You know what I mean? He's not. So,
I believe there
and
are,
he said, yeah, no, I want to help you with the whole your son thing.
No, there's people that drink because they fucking have to drink.
Yeah.
And then there are people that drink to mask shit.
Yeah. And I'm one of those, but he told
You're
me.
one of them.
He told me, he goes, do you get, because I told him how much I drink. And he's like, man, you must get, I'm like, no, I don't even get drunk. I just drink a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's like, all right, so you are coming back here, right? I'm like, yeah. He goes, all right, you should probably tone the drinking down. Which is funny, right?
I told him about my, I'm not going to mention, my Indian drugs.
Okay.
Straight up. Told him I got these. I told him it fucking works.
Yep.
And he wasn't horrified or anything.
Yeah.
Because, I said, I'm going to take a chance here because I can tell him anything. And I told him, and I said, it kind of fucking calms me down and my back doesn't really hurt that much, but it's got some serotonin and shit in it.
Yeah.
He thinks I got to up my SSRI thing because he thinks that's what that medicine is doing. I can't say it.
That's fine, man.
Because I'm in enough trouble with the law. I fought the law, and the law won.
Now, I know I'm not... See, this is the other thing. If someone is telling you about what is going on with their therapist, that's fine. You can listen freely. You're not supposed to ask them. Have you told them about your legal problems?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Yeah. I ran the new one. This is fucking bullshit. And I said, I'm going to have to throw somebody under the bus. And I told him what happened. And he said, yeah. He said, you didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
He says it's fucking crazy anyway. He thinks the one where I yelled at the dude is insane.
Oh, how much it's being prosecuted, you mean?
Yeah, it's fucking, he says, I think that's insanity. And I told him. I said, I'd love to fuck your wife in the ass until her fucking head explodes and shit like that. And he was laughing. But
yeah,
he said, that's insanity.
Right.
I mean, because he said it a few times, and I'm not looking for somebody to, hey, his reaction could have been, oh, that's fucking terrible. How could you do that to somebody?
Yeah.
And then,
by the way, for the time being, I'm only going to get at him once every other week. He's not available every Monday at 6. I'll do any other night. Like if he wants to do a Tuesday or Thursday once in a while, I'm going to have to grab it. You know what I mean?
What is when did you see him?
I saw him last night, Monday at 6 p.m. And he said, I can do 2 weeks from now. I said, that's fine. And I said, listen, I get it.
6 a.m.?
No, 6 p.m.
Okay.
6 p.m. again. He's not going to come in at 6 a.m. That's what I would need to do in the morning. If I was going to do the morning with him, it would have to be 6 a.m.
Why don't you just tell the fucking office that you're going to, 2 days a week, you're going to be in an hour late and go at 7. And you're going to work an hour later.
Jeez, that's not a bad idea.
I know.
But so does he only do 7 for you? That means he's got other days available, or?
I think so.
Yeah, really? I'll talk to him about that. It's not a bad idea. Because like I said, even though this is technically not, listen, it's counseling, it's still not psychotherapy. I think the whole psychotherapy thing, like the Freudian psychotherapy.
What's the difference?
I think if technically it needs to be with an MD if it's psychotherapy. I don't know.
No, because Freud invented the fucking...
the genre, or not the industry. Yeah.
The deal is everybody's got a little voice inside of them.
Ugh.
And that little voice
Don't we ever.
Can be a real...
Motherfucker.
And you can have more than one.
There are several. I actually talk to my drunk self in my sober voice sometimes. You ever do that? That's crazy.
You can't... The problem is, and I think this is what Freud... is that you can't consciously get at your subconscious. Do you know what I mean? So there's ways
I guess that's why there's acid.
Well, yeah.
You
and
know
that's
what I
why
mean?
they're talking about legalizing psilocybin again, because they did tremendous experiments and had tremendous luck with psilocybin back in the 60s. And then the fucking government, the dickweed fucking Republicans probably,
Right.
came and made it a Schedule I drug, meaning it has no fucking use. It has no legitimate use.
Right.
And I fucking hate having the government between me and my doctor.
I know.
You know, because I take some shit where I got to go in, and the doctors are getting nervous about prescribing shit.
Not getting, Joe.
Well,
They're
they are.
fucking nervous because you haven't been able to get Percocet or Vicodin for shit you should get it for years. Years.
I haven't.
Not you. I mean people.
Oh,
people in
yeah,
general.
I mean, prescribing pain meds around here anyway is fucking. It's like pulling teeth. And I think there's people that are going through a lot of pain unnecessarily because their doctor's afraid to prescribe them enough pills to take care of it. Or they're afraid they're going to become addicted or something like that.
Right.
And, I mean, the thing about opioids, I want to say I read that 25% of the people who take opiates are going to become fucking addicted.
Yeah.
So 25% of the population has a
predisposition for addiction.
Just, they're
not just to opioids,
and they're
to
gonna
anything.
Be out of their fucking mind.
That's
and then
me.
There's going to be somebody, and there'll be a sliding scale of the addicted.
Yeah, and they'll be addicted.
Where you can sort of control it, and then there's the people that are out of control, and they die with the needle in their arm.
Ugh, poor bastards.
But the government, your government, forces these people who start off with pills, and then they can't get the pills, and they go and get the heroin.
And then they die.
The heroin comes in fucking varying doses because it's sold by drug dealers, and then they fucking die, and it's a direct result of the fucking law enforcement, the way the stupid criminal justice system is set up to go after people like, oh yeah, it's a criminal. He's doing heroin. What a fucking criminal. He's doing opiates.
Let me just segue into. It's not really a non sequitur. Just the whole.
I hate pigs.
The whole drug thing. I just have to say out there. I had an acquaintance die a week and a half ago from fucking. They bought a 40-piece of cocaine, and it was laced with fentanyl, which is going on around here in the northeast of the United States. So all you people doing cocaine, please be careful. Please, at least, I'd like to say know where it came from, but you don't know where it comes from. And I don't understand this whole laced fucking drug thing. Who is lacing this shit with fentanyl, and why are they doing it? Are they trying to kill people?
Now,
you know what I mean?
I heard a really interesting theory that This is a way for the Chinese to get at us
With the laced fucking
with the
shit.
fentanyl, because most of the fentanyl is coming from China.
I just don't understand who laces it with cocaine. No laces the cocaine with it. No one's going to kill someone
Well, no, they cut it. They cut the heroin.
with that also.
Well, I don't understand either. I mean, why wouldn't you just cut it with baking soda or whatever the
Yeah,
fuck they use?
that they use some kind of
Because
fucking
fentanyl,
talcum powder.
I think fentanyl is a good. I would think fentanyl would be a good drug to cut and sell on its own, right?
Yeah, I mean, you would imagine.
I mean, if it's a very powerful opiate.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know what the fuck is going on. But I guess, and I was resistant to this, but they're lacing the fucking pot with it too.
The Mexicans.
Or somebody. No, but I mean,
Well, most of our pot, illegal pot, comes from Mexico. That's my understanding.
geez, yeah,
Most of the illegal pot comes from
there's
Mexico.
a lot of pot being grown in America right now too.
There sure is.
You know what I mean?
I bet the Mexicans aren't happy about it.
They can't be, and I'm telling you what, it's fucking everywhere. Anywhere
I
you
think
drive.
that's why there's more fentanyl.
Anywhere-
Because they're not bringing in
Maybe.
the pot.
But I'll tell you what, Joe, I used to think pot was pot. It's not. There's different fucking varying degrees of this shit. And everyone has it. And everywhere you drive, I'm not talking about
People are fucked up on pot.
No. I'm not talking about the smell of burning pot, like the first time you smelled it at a rock concert or something.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about marijuana is being grown everywhere where we live now.
Yeah.
People have it outside now because it's fucking the beginning of summer into spring. You drive, I'm telling you, you drive through downtown Middleborough, 105 right after or right before you get to 28, depending on which way you're going. Familiar with downtown Middleborough and 105?
Yeah,
you must
a little
be, right?
bit.
Somebody there clearly has a fucking backyard fucking pot farm because
You can smell it?
the whole fucking place smells like pot. And I'm not talking about burning pot. I'm talking about just the plant out in the open. And they are fragrant. They're fucking fragrant. And it's everywhere. It's amazing. It's just how it went from... listen, it got decriminalized first, and then it was legalized. But I'm like, it's always been kind of decriminalized.
Here's the interesting...
You really needed to have a lot of pot on you to get in trouble even before it was legal, you know?
Yeah, but they could still... See, here's what they've done. There's two things. One, there's too many laws. Two, plea bargaining should be fucking eradicated. It should...
Yeah, you've been working on this argument for a while.
And I think they need to get it in front of the Supreme Court, and they got to get rid of it, because you can get charged with so many fucking crimes. It's unbelievable. This shit that, look, they say, well, ignorance is no excuse for not knowing what the law is. But when there's fucking laws that you can't even comprehend that something would be illegal.
I got a feeling that the argument that's going to win in the Supreme Court case, if it goes to that, and it's going to be like a 7-2, 6-3 type thing with liberals and fucking conservatives on both sides. Somebody's going to make the convincing argument, or opinion written, whatever, that the plea bargain actually helps the accused, not hurts them.
No, the plea bargain...
I'm with you. I know what you're saying, but somebody's going to fucking come up with some fucking legalese argument that it's actually better for them that there is a plea bargain.
There shouldn't... Here's how it ought to work.
Because then they can get out of jail quicker.
I think the prosecutor ought to be able to make you an offer. However, once they make you an offer, accept this and we don't go to trial, and then we just get it over with. That offer has to be good. Meaning, if you're going to say you're going to, okay, accept this, we'll put in for 3 years. If you go to trial, it's going to be 3 years. That's the most you're going to do.
I see. Not you're going for 8 years, right?
Yeah, well, no, there's like people that have gone to jail for 3 years because if they lost,
They go for 30.
They're going for 20 or 30.
Yeah.
So, and that's the problem with the plea bargain. And the first thing it does is it allows the fucking pigs.
Oink.
I mean the cops, friendly officers.
Right.
It allows the pigs to charge you with fucking ridiculous amounts of crimes for doing almost nothing. And it doesn't. It keeps the fucking money flowing, and it keeps their jobs. It makes their jobs fucking worthwhile. But it's not doing anybody. It's not doing society any good.
Do you know what no one ever said? No one ever said, "Hey, while I was at school on my Fulbright scholarship, I figured out I wanted to be a cop."
No one ever said, "I just left medical school to become a cop."
Right. No one ever said, "I got a perfect score on my SATs. Now I'm a cop."
Hey, I came up with here's a new progression that I came up with. So I was thinking about this. So there's the old saying, those that can't teach inspect. Those that can't inspect become cops. Follow what I'm saying?
Yeah, now I know
How's
what
that?
you're saying. Yeah. And by inspect, we mean,
You gotta,
bureaucratic
I would
town
love-
officials.
When I get this shit, I'm gonna read these police reports. They look like they read like they were written by a fucking third grader who's got fucking Tourette's.
Yeah, right.
Who's got Tourette's of the hand. I mean, they're fucking morons.
Yeah.
I mean, it's illegible. I clad my fucking clothes and
Joe, I have to
imbeciles.
properly punctuate all the people I work. Well, two people who I works with email. I have to correct their spelling and their fucking
Yeah, and they got
punctuation.
I was
because
never a
Outlook
good
doesn't do
speller.
that, by the way.
Outlook doesn't spell check.
I don't think so, or maybe they don't have it checked. I don't know. They certainly don't do punctuation or awkward. It's just fucked.
I really try to not fuck up the yours and the theirs and
Yeah.
all that kind of shit.
You know what always fucking bugged me out was the I and the E, but all you got to do is follow the rule. I before E, except after C. And sometimes
Isn't there a couple of exceptions?
There is, but I don't know.
I always get fucked up on thinking.
You know what I do is I put it
receipt.
I put it into my.
Never spelled receipt
It's
correctly
REC
on the first try.
Yeah, it's RECEIPT. Yeah, receipt.
So that's an exception.
No, it's I before E except after C. Yeah, it's an exception. That's technically the except after C exception. So it's E before I after C.
I've never spelled it correctly.
But by the way, proficient has the I after the C. Receipt is the E after the C. So it's just it's English. English is fucked. By the way, I think they say English and Russian are the two hardest languages to learn. They're also the two hardest things to learn if you speak either of them. And Mandarin Chinese is the third. And I just think when you think about the amount of people who are native English speakers and how English is basically the language of the world, let's fucking face it. And then there's a ton of people who speak Russian and a ton of people who speak Mandarin. It's just wacky that those are the hardest languages to learn. You figured they would be the fucking easiest. They're just not.
Well, I'll tell you who's speaking a lot of Mandarin and going, what the fuck?
Who?
Is the Chinese.
Well,
who were going, oh my God, this guy's fucking really doing it.
Oh, Trumpy?
They did a 9-month negotiation. And when it got time to brass tacks, the negotiation was...
Jesus, you going to be all right?
Yeah, I just burped. The negotiation was this, that there would be accountability on both sides for stolen intellectual property.
Both sides. Yeah. What kind of accountability, though?
Well, meaning like there'll be consequences. There'll be huge fines paid by
to
person.
Who and enforced by who?
What are you talking about? This was the negotiation.
Okay, go ahead.
So the Chinese, there would be a set of rules because there is no fucking rules, and they just throw them out when they don't like them.
I know they're going to continue to do that.
So
is
they
my
would
point.
No, but what I
go ahead.
No, if you sign a fucking treaty saying you're going to follow these fucking rules, and then they break the rule, and then
Then what? You can take money out of their bank account?
you can fine them for what you agree to. And if
And
they
then
don't,
they go, fuck it.
then you
I'm just playing devil's advocate with you, by the
I
way.
understand.
These treaties aren't worth anything.
No.
They're worth nothing.
but they are, because instead of having $200 billion worth of shit being taxed at 25%, where they're shitting their fucking pants.
Yeah.
They are literally shitting their
Now they
fucking
are.
pants.
No, you're right.
So they wouldn't fucking, if you had to pay $500 million fine, Chinese government is going to say, fucking pay the fine. We're not going to pay 25% on $200 billion.
But are they going to continue?
Or on $600 billion.
But all right. So $500 million is a fart in the breeze, by the way.
Fart. It's an absolute
It's
fart.
a fart in the breeze. So they're going to continue to pay. They're going to just continue to
25%
get fined?
on $200 billion is $50 billion. $50 billion a year.
It's a lot of money.
And there's a lot of people jumping up and down. Well, that's passed directly onto the consumer. There are some businesses that'll get hurt because they have to pay extra. But the Chinese are eating a lot of it. Because you can't. This was one of the funniest things. I had one of these town idiots at one of my houses, and trying to talk me into planting a whole row of trees because it would look nice.
This is conservation committee type shit?
Yeah, this is a guy that's like sort of on the planning board.
Wait. He's buying the house, or he's
No,
just all right,
he's
I got
from
you.
the fucking town.
I got
just
you.
said that.
So why the fuck is he even there?
Because it was a little subdivision. My
Oh,
that little Grapham Road thing was actually a little subdivision.
I got you. Yeah.
So they had some things that they wanted to do. So he's like, well, you could, it would be really nice. And he had all these suggestions. And I said, oh, that is nice. I'll tell you what, why don't we split it? And, or I tell you what, you put up 10%.
Right.
Because I did the split thing, and he was like, oh. And I said, how about put it up 10%? That'd be really nice, because he was talking about it, more trees, and that would help carbon emissions. And I'm like, yeah, well, sounds like you're all
Kick
for
in.
it. Stick your fucking money where your mouth is, dickhead. But he said they really believe this. Well, all you have to do is just increase the price of your house by the amount that you're going to spend on the plants. And I'm like, yeah, it's that simple, right? I just arbitrarily add 10 grand onto the price, and then the customer will just come and say, oh, yeah, I'll pay 10 grand more for these plants over here.
Yeah, right.
No, the fucking house sells for what somebody's willing to pay for it, you idiot.
Right.
And it doesn't sell for what I want to get. It sells for what someone's going to pay for it. After 30 years, I understand this quite well. When the house sits there at 550 grand for 10 months, I lower it to 525, it doesn't go anywhere. I lower it to 499.9, and I have people coming out of the bushes, and I have a fucking bidding war, which I just did. Then you know where the house was supposed to be priced.
Did it get bid almost back up to the original
No,
price?
I got 505.
All right.
So 505 was pretty much the price. I probably could have held out for like 510 or some
All right,
fucking
well.
thing, but who cares? Get rid of it. It's off the books. Move on. So the thing is, China, the government, because every fucking company over there has some sort of government involvement.
Right.
There's some communist party fucking dickhead high up in there somewhere. Yeah. And they'll eat a lot of the cost so that they can continue to sell the goods over here and not. So not only I don't know how dumping $50 billion a year into the Treasury helps the United States. It can't be bad. Who knows how
Not
it gets
gonna
spent.
hurt, right? Yeah.
Does it fly Nancy Pelosi and a bunch of her fucking pig-faced cunt assholes?
It does absolutely nothing. It does nothing.
Well, I mean, $50 billion is not a small amount of money.
No, I know, but it's
not a. When you're talking about a $3 trillion government expenditure per year. I believe that's where we're at.
It's 1/60th then.
It's not a huge amount. However, 25% of 600 billion starts to get
120.
kind of lofty.
Yeah, it's 150.
You kind of start to be able to pay for all the education.
Right.
Now, we can't do that forever. This is a temporary deal. And it does hurt a lot. There's so much intermingling. There's so much I send this doodad over here and it gets processed in China and comes back, and then I send the assembled unit to China and it gets fucking more assembled, and then it comes back and we do the final thing on it. There's a lot of that shit. Now, the most brilliant thing that I thought Trump did was saying to Mexico, you either fucking start taking care of these people at the border, or we're going to charge you. We're going to start with a 5% tariff.
Right.
And I said, here it is. Here's how he's going to pay for the wall.
Yeah.
He's going to get Mexico to pay for the fucking wall. So I wish there was a lot of Republicans that said that was a bad deal. But did you hear did you see what the president of Mexico said? And it was his first reaction, that being America first is a bad way to be.
Oh.
He said that to the U.S. president.
It's wacky.
Well, he's some sort of communist.
Well, of course.
I don't know, dude. It's crazy. But this president, who I love, actually, I love him more.
Every day?
Yeah, I really do. I love Trump
he's great.
more as time goes by, because he says less. Although I don't read the tweets, he says less stupid shit. Seems to, anyway. He seems to be getting into the more presidential thing. He had a fucking blast over there in Great Britain.
Yeah. They had a good
He really
time.
did.
Yeah.
He had a fucking... See, the thing that people don't understand about Trump, and it's not like I know him personally or anything, but I've watched him enough over the years, and I've never watched The Apprentice show or anything like that. But, since the 80s, Trump has a fucking hell of a time for himself.
Yeah.
He really enjoys life.
Yeah, see,
He enjoys it.
for a guy who doesn't drink or fucking do any of that shit.
Well, that's why he must be fucking crazy happy. If you're not drinking or doing some pot or fucking
some pills or
something,
some shit.
just to take the edge off,
Yeah.
then you're a fucking superhuman.
Right.
And this motherfucker can work 20 hours a day.
Right.
At 73 years old.
Yeah, you eat 5 or 6 meals. You don't care.
He eats fucking the shit that guy eats, because
Right.
he's not fucking around. He's really eating that garbage.
Of course he is.
I mean, I'd be asleep at 2:00 in the
I'm telling you,
afternoon.
he's got-
fucking out. He's got some crazy genes going
He
on.
doesn't just have crazy genes. He can afford ridiculous fucking medicine. And I'm telling
Well,
you,
they
he's
think
got
he's
like
on speed,
he's got
but-
nanobots fucking routing out his fucking arteries or something.
I don't think that he is on anything.
No, I don't either. But I bet he's got some fucking wacky high-tech fucking shit going on. And I'm not talking conspiracy shit. I'm just saying shit that's not available to everybody else, And I'm not talking, not because he's president, because he's a billionaire. By the way, the latest
But he's
estimates...
had this same energy since he was,
forever.
I mean, in his 20s, for Christ's sakes. He just has that unstoppable optimism.
And
You have to be, in order to be somebody that takes on that much risk, you have to be like a crazy optimist.
right. I love
Otherwise, you'd be just torturing yourself over what could go wrong.
I love the fact that
Do you know what I mean?
nobody knows exactly what he's worth. You read 5 different articles, they have 5 different worths, and that's why he doesn't want his tax returns released.
Because he cares about that too.
Well, he cares about what he makes, and it's probably a little less than everyone thinks he has, probably, and that's probably why. But he's like, let's keep the mystique going. It's probably worth between $3 and $4 billion. That's nothing to fucking sneeze at, by the way.
Well, Forbes
He'll tell you 10 to 12, but it ain't.
comes out with, I believe, around $3 billion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And they do a pretty good job of. I mean, you can go and find out. Look, New York City is no different than the fucking any town in the United States. You can go to the registry of deeds
and pull everything,
and you can find out. You can trace back. If you want to spend the time, you can trace back every fucking trust.
Right.
You can find out who owns it, who's in it, who's got what,
and what it's
all
worth.
Fucking recorded. You can find out, who's. I can find out, what somebody owes on their house.
Yeah. Could certainly find out what it got assessed at, which isn't always really what it's worth, but at least that's a fucking jumping point. You know what I mean?
No, you can find out what somebody's mortgage is on their house.
Oh, I know that.
Oh, you mean as far as assigning
It's
value?
actual, it's actual value, and the only way to really gauge that is what you pay for taxes. But
apparently Trump owns the bottom. Trump owns outright the retail part of Trump Tower, which is valued at somewhere.
I mean, people are paying him rent. He doesn't own the businesses in it.
No. Yeah, he owns the real estate.
Right. People pay him rent.
Meaning, he owns some
of the rest of the building.
Yeah, he's got some office.
Yeah.
Or his office. Most of the apartments are sold.
Yeah.
Well, he lives there. I'm sure he's got a few.
Yeah.
But the retail space, and apparently, is it Gucci?
Probably. I mean, it's going to be something
Gucci
like that.
Rents.
Yeah.
Is worth $700 million.
It's probably
in
less
Trump
than 4,000 square feet. You know what I mean? Probably not all that big a space. And the only reason why I use the expression 4,000 square feet, do you remember my old man's pool hall not at Cordage, but up at the airport?
Near the gym.
That space was 4,000 square feet. So I know what 4,000 square feet looks like. And a lot of retail is less than that, man. But a boutique big name like Gucci, it's going to clock in between 1,200 and 4,000. I know that's a wide fucking margin, but by the way, I don't look at small retail for my job. I throw it out. There's no money in it.
Fucking Fran.
Has he been AWOL?
No, he's fine.
Because I'm getting calls from other people who I've given his number to,
really?
And they don't call. He doesn't call them, and they're like, "I thought you were going to give this guy my number," because I got people who call me who need their house painted. And I'm like, I have an office job now. I'm going to give you the number of a guy. I've worked with him for years. It's just like having me do your work. Please call him. He'll take care of you.
No, it's a lot better.
Oh, no, I know. But please call him. He'll take care of you. But he fucking doesn't return calls a lot.
So I texted Fran, hey, I need a price on staining the farmer's porch and the back deck.
I heard about this one, yeah. Over at the one that was already stained?
No.
Oh, at a new house?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Down at Old Sandwich Road, the one I just sold.
Oh, he told me about the one at Bay Shore they wanted restained or something. I guess that wasn't through you. That was...
No.
They called him.
They probably called him directly.
Yeah, that's
because I had to have him go over there and fix some plastic. Dan had some pinhole leaks in the plumbing.
Really?
It was actually like...
Wasn't it all plastic by then? Or was it
all plastic?
And he still
He
got
said
pinhole.
It was like somebody sabotaged it. He said you couldn't find... He said it's like somebody stuck a syringe through the plastic. Like it wouldn't leak unless water was running through it. You know what I mean?
That's wacky.
And it was like this fine little mist that came out. It probably was leaking. It's like somebody sabotaged it.
But I got to tell you, maybe that's a fucking sign that whole new system doesn't work like they think.
Well, Dan said he went... Now, this is Dan. Although he's better now. He's not completely fucking...
He'll get it down before he retires.
Yeah. So Dan said there was no recalls. There was no product problems. There was literally, it looked like... Now, that's where, like, I had somebody start framing that, and then they fucking left. Oh, Paul Willett. Then fucking Paul Willett left. No, somebody started it before. I hired these fucking people from New Bedford that came up, and I... Geez,
Fucking troglodyte Portuguese. Fucking
they
subhumans.
screwed.
Oh, really?
They took off, and they had...
Oh, you gave them a deposit and they screwed?
No.
Oh.
They framed a good portion of the house, and then they screwed. And then I had Paul Willett come in, and then he fucking disappeared. And then
Shortly before he died.
I had Scott, busy guy. So I had 3 framers on it. So I was calling up the guys from New Bedford saying some pretty awful things over the phone.
Sure.
So maybe they came up and, put some heroin needles through there. I don't know.
So finish the story about Fran and the deck.
Oh, well, he stained the back deck, but he didn't stain the farmer's porch. Because he gave me a price for solid-based, and he gave me a price for
Semi-trans.
semi-trans. And the semi-trans was twice. And I'm like, Fran, how come you didn't do the farmer's porch? Well, what do you mean? Because I said, if you look at my text, it says farmer's porch and back deck. And he gave me a price of like $620.
Oh, that's just for one. That's just for the back deck.
Well,
620.
sorry, he's fucking doing the porch because that's what I told. I said, this is what I told the people. I asked Fran for a price, and I said fucking farmer's porch and back deck.
Wow, he wasn't paying attention.
So I said, all right, it's $620. But now, granted, the only thing he's got to stain on the farmer's porch is just the floor. There's
There's no
balusters.
balusters. Yeah. All right. Well,
You know,
too bad.
but
He could have got that all done in
I mean,
one day.
It was pretty clear.
Yeah. It's weird.
And I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about Frank.
No.
Maybe he just did it on a different day. I don't know.
Yeah. No, that's weird.
Because Fran's great.
Oh,
He
he's
does
the best.
a great job.
Yeah, no, he's the best.
He's a great painter.
He's
He
a really,
is.
really good painter. He's one of the best painters I've ever met. I taught him everything he knows.
Fran's going to take
Frankly.
care of it, he says. He's not worried. Well, I told him $650, but he was...
When he asked me what he should charge,
he asked you.
He didn't tell me about the front porch. He only told me about the back porch. So,
All right, can't be any more clear. Fran, give me a price to stain the farmer's porch and deck.
that's funny.
Also, I need the exterior doors and jambs painted white.
Yeah. That's funny because he even said, I believe he said, I don't know why he doesn't want to do the farmer's porch.
I mean, it's right there.
You know what? That's the other thing. Like you see the Fran who's pretty calm and all that.
You've seen the whacked out Fran?
He's frantic and he franics a lot. You know, panic, but he franics. He's like a bee. He's like, "Gah, gah, 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 gah." So sometimes
He's out of his fucking mind.
sometimes he doesn't pay attention to detail. But I will tell you, when he gave me the dimensions of the back deck and I gave him a price, he didn't say anything about the front porch. Poor guy.
The good thing is...
It's really only another $2 or $2.50. He's only going to eat a gallon of paint and however long. It's only going to take
the deck board.
It's only going to take him an hour and a half.
It's not even the... I
Yeah.
think it's not even the face. I think the face has...
How big's the farmer's porch, though? How long is it?
it's 36 feet.
By a full 8? And I know it's probably
Yeah.
cut up. Like, you probably got a little... It's not like fucking 36 by 8
But
or
I
whatever.
mean, I said, look, the people want a price. So what am I going to... I can't go back to the people and say, well...
He's
the
fine.
painter fucked
So
up. We
you
need
did...
$1,000.
You were talking about semi-transparent. Was it one coat or two?
Semi-transparent
Is
was...
one coat and solids two.
Solids, too.
So they went with semi-transparent, like gray, do you know? Or
I have no
you don't
idea.
even know he dealt with them on that? He'll be all right.
No. They sent me the color number. It was a bear color.
He'll eat that and it won't be hard. Believe me. It's another gallon, maybe 2 if he had
and
some left
I'll
over.
throw him another $100 or something.
Yeah, that's all. It's labor wise, it's nothing.
You know what's happening a lot now?
Yeah.
Is not that I sell that many houses, but these buyers brokers. I think they try to be cute, so they try to get So I choose my words very carefully. So I say things like, they ask, well, how about, I get asked a lot, towel bars, mirrors, shit like that, which we don't put in because it's kind of an item that's custom. You know what I mean? Because I used to put them in, towel bars,
toilet accessories, right? Bathroom accessories.
And, but there's a million varieties.
So you don't offer them a package up front for that anymore?
No.
I thought you used that. You thought that used to be part of the package.
I used to put them in.
Right. Well, because they were 100% spec houses. You never had a... You're
They're
saying...
all 100% spec.
Oh, all right. But you do... And then the bare minimum that you have to put in for appliances is the fridge, the stove, and the microwave?
I put a stove... Well, the stove is mandatory. You have to have a stove in to get
by
occupancy.
code, yeah.
But I put the stove... I put a double oven in. Every house gets a double oven now.
Wow.
'Cause people go crazy.
They love it, right.
My wife went crazy, and she doesn't care about anything.
Are you still doing granite tops, or did you move over to quartz yet?
Granite's everywhere.
Yeah, I know. It's actually getting out of vogue, but that's fine.
I guess that the woman the woman in the house next door did onyx, which I always thought was a gem.
Yeah, there's onyx and there's
But
fucking
that looks
quartz.
white. It looks like white marble, kind of.
Yeah. Same with the quartz. It doesn't come in
She's
many
got
different...
the ugliest fucking cabinets I've ever seen.
And have you moved from the dark wood cabinets back to light yet? Because it looks like that's going on a lot, too. I love
White.
it. What you put...
White.
You do white.
No,
Okay.
no.
But
I
white's
won't
back
do
in
it.
vogue, isn't it?
White is in.
It's crazy.
I'm not doing white.
Even with dark marble tops, they got white fucking cabinets.
I'm not putting fucking white cabinets.
And are
in
you
a
still
spec
doing
house.
stainless, or is it black, or that black? You see that black stainless they got now? That's fucking wild. That's what my parents got.
What do you mean? Like on the fixtures?
No, the fucking appliances.
No.
It's called black stainless, and that's kind of getting in vogue now.
Hey, let me have give me two.
Somebody's got to stay in front of the fucking microphone. You know what I mean?
Give me two out of there, Al.
The bottom line is
Motherfucker.
you offer a nice package and people buy your
I don't
houses,
offer any package.
but you're not doing bath accessories. I'm talking about the whole package of the house.
So what I said is, I got a guy that's very reasonable. He'll put in all of your stuff, and I didn't give him a.
Is it?
No, Bob Malone.
Oh, beautiful. That's who you.
Because I got Bob Malone back.
Yeah. That's who you want putting that shit in.
Bob Malone got the blower door test to pass.
Oh, good job, Bob.
Because he said to the guy,
Oh yeah.
"This fucking thing's passing today."
So did you walk around with a tube of fucking foam or caulking or whatever?
More than that,
What else?
they did some shit to get it to pass.
The guy helped him out though.
Yeah.
Told him what he needed to do.
Well, they
You
did.
have to run over to Home Depot and get some shit.
There was a lot of stuff cardboarded up, apparently.
Oh well, that's cool.
But we don't want to get into that.
No, all right. Well, hey, there's a way around everything, Joe.
But it passed.
Oh my god.
So it's
Listen,
fucking ridiculous.
Grab that duct tape out of your toolbox and fucking.
The what was I talking
What
about?
a bunch of bullshit.
I haven't
by the
seen
way.
what you're talking about. The black. I mean, they've had black stainless for a long. Well, I don't know what it's black. They've had black.
I know what you're talking. I know what you're thinking. It's a darker stainless, and it's got a brushed finish, and it's fucking gorgeous. Next time you go to my
The
parents,
light fixtures now have.
I could be calling it the wrong thing.
You know, there's light fixtures. See that light
Yeah.
trim right there?
Yeah.
That's not black. That's some sort of fucking
Dark brown.
pewterish fucking brush thing.
Right.
That color.
No.
See, when I did my house, I bought just fucking all kinds of lights because I didn't realize. Somebody told me afterwards, hey, you're supposed to have a lighting theme. Meaning you're not supposed to have like fucking gold colored shit here and then stainless over there. And you know what I mean?
Right. I'm going to tell you right now what it's called. It's fucking called... Oh, there it is. It's the first thing that came up.
Black stainless?
I thought that's what it was called. That's what I call it, but it's fucking... I don't even know. You don't even fucking know!
I don't know, man. Black stainless.
It's a matte finish. Oh, yeah. It's called slate. It's a slate finish. It's a matte finish.
I bet it's etched.
I don't know what it is.
I bet is it chemically etched black?
It's gotta be, yeah. But
you can't like take your fingernail and get the paint off.
No, not at all.
And it's not shiny like enamel.
No, it's literally a matte finish.
I know what it is.
It's beautiful.
It's chemically etched.
Okay.
Because they used to do it on.
But it's chemically etched stainless.
I don't know whether it's probably stainless.
Yeah, I think it is.
But remember my the last sport bike I had, which I got rid of a long time ago.
Kawasaki, right?
No, it was a Honda CBR Double X.
I do remember that now.
Blackbird.
Yeah.
Everything on it was black, and the wheels were stainless. No, they were aluminum, but they were etched black.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a chemical etching process that they do. I don't know whether it's like if it's electroplated, like chrome is.
Yeah.
But it's fucking black, and you can't scrape it off.
And it's beautiful, and it looks beautiful. And when you put your hand on it, and it's funny, like you said about your fingernail, because not that I tried to scratch it, but I got this thing. It's a little bit of OCD. I used to have a kind of severe OCD as a younger person. I got over it. But when I find a new hard surface, I have to flick it with my fingernail to see how it feels. And when you flick this with your fingernail, like this, you go like this to it.
Yeah.
Just to see how it feels. I don't know why I do that. It's got the fucking coolest feeling. It's pretty cool.
I bet there's no fingerprints on it either.
No, zero.
The stainless gets covered with fingerprints.
Don't have to wipe it down ever. I mean, you probably should if you got little fucking 5-year-old immigrants living there or something.
And I fucking hate, with a passion, I hate any kind of stone countertop.
You don't like the marble?
I think it looks wonderful. They're fucking cold.
They're cold. The quartz isn't, by the way, and I don't know why that is. And by the way,
yeah, it is.
Well, it's not as cold. And marble will stain with any solvent-based thing that gets on it. Not that you're going to be putting a
marble will. I don't know if granite will.
I'm sorry, you're right. Marble will, granite won't, and quartz won't.
Marble is softer than granite.
Yeah, you're right.
Granite's very hard.
If you put...
However, there's a shitload of different granite.
If you put...
And you can stain it.
Like those gallon jug bottles of paint thinner? If you put one of them on a fucking granite countertop, it will leave a ring and never go away. Of fucking paint
I have
thinner.
my original black Formica.
Formica, baby.
Countertops in my kitchen and baths, and I believe they're going to stay like that for
ever.
Well, I did some work.
Although you did do all that other work up there, yeah.
We covered the floor. We put the fucking flooring down.
New floor everywhere on the first floor, right?
Yes.
Every square inch.
Right over hardwood.
Fuck it. That's what I did with my parents' house. Hardwood over hardwood.
Well, if you're going to have fucking dogs.
Right.
So I got that vinyl. I let Patty pick it out because I don't care.
Right.
I mean, I'd have fucking sheets hanging up over windows if I didn't have a wife.
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Same here. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm buying curtains.
Although, I do get into things like making that little, making that thing where the little fucking gas fireplace is.
Right.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Looks great.
And I think that living room, the way she did it, because where I took the wall down, I think that was needed,
Nothing wrong with some open space, man.
Well, no, I mean it's because when I put the when I built this whole fucking, the Hell's Half Acre here with the pool in the back and the fucking cabana, and I put the slider right where 2 double mullion windows were, it just turned that room, which used to be the dining room, into a hallway, basically.
Right.
So it was just a 14-foot wide hallway.
Right.
And, I mean, we had a couch on either side. It was just sort of ridiculous.
Right.
So I had to take the wall out in the front, kind of like I did it, I did it at Paul's house as part of the, I think that house is
His
framed.
opened the other way, by the way, towards the fireplace. He still had the knee wall.
He has a
towards,
knee wall.
Yeah, where he has millwork. He's got millwork there. There's
I don't
a
know
desk.
if that was his choice or I had already done it. I think I did it.
Whatever, but there's millwork there. It's it's cabinetry and a desk.
I want to say he bought that. I think it was fucking sheetrocked.
Yeah, you thought you were going to live there.
Then again, no, because he chose the siding.
He wanted wood clapboards.
So it wasn't sheetrocked. So I wonder if it was framed.
Yeah, but you could have had it sheetrocked and... Oh, because you can't fucking sheetrock it without fucking siding
you can't do
on.
the wiring.
Yeah, right.
You actually can't get a wiring inspection until the house is sidewall.
Right.
Oh, which reminds me, I'm glad I just said wiring because I need an electrician to go do some work.
Do you have more than one electrician working for you now, or did you find a guy who you trust? And
No, I got a.
I never got back together with old Dave, huh?
Dave's wonderful, but
He's a
Dave
good guy.
went, and there is a weird line, and you and I have discussed this, when you cross down, and I don't know whether it's Kingston or Plymouth, but there's a line where you go north and everybody pays fucking $5 more a square foot for frame.
I think it's probably exit 10 and up.
And they just pay out the ass.
Yeah.
And if you get some work up there, and then you come
get a
back
taste,
here
yeah.
and you go, well, I need to charge you this. And I'm like, I can't pay that because everybody else around here is paying. There's a weird thing.
By the way, that's
'Cause
why
I think Plymouth, our town, as much as it's famous and it's a wonderful place to live,
Oh, it's wonderful.
is still the fucking hood compared to.
Well, you wouldn't know it from rent prices because rent in Plymouth is as high as anywhere the fuck else right now.
Well, it's not like California.
Well, I'm talking about Massachusetts. You know what I mean?
What's my electrician's name?
I don't know. I never met him.
His name's Rob.
Rob me nutsack.
I still got Rob Burkett's cell phone number, and I wonder if it has his message.
Oh my God, that's morbid.
Rob Bocon.
Oh yeah, I know Rob. That's awesome.
Yes,
Rob's the best.
Rob's a good
By the
guy.
way, I go way back musically with him. He probably doesn't even know that I used to be your painter and I'm your pal. If you ever get a chance to talk to Rob,
I do.
does he
like
know
Rob.
that you and I are pals?
I don't know. I
Me
don't
and
think
Rob
so.
go way back, man. That's a good guy, by the way. By the way, I'm not quite sure what's going on under that bandana. He says that it's a full, lush fucking head of hair.
He had a brother that was like my age. That was
He's
out
dead.
Of his mind.
Brian, yeah, he's dead.
And I don't know what happened to Brian.
The last time I saw Brian, I bumped into him downtown at a bar, and he asked me to drive him to High Point because he was fed up. So I brought him to High Point, and they said, we don't have a bed, go to the emergency room. And I brought him to the emergency room, and they took him in, and he looked at me, and he said, thanks, big man. And that was it. I knew that guy, Brian.
I just remember
He had
the
demons.
name. He was kind of like out of his tits.
Hey, he's had demons. He liked his drugs and alcohol.
Yeah, but
and
more than us. Like,
oh yeah, no, not
because
Joe,
we didn't end up dead.
You know how Rob's a sharp guy?
Yes.
Brian did not inherit the sharp gene in that family. You know what I mean?
Yes.
He wasn't blessed with a lot of brain power.
Rob's-
rest in peace.
Rob's a good guy.
Rob's awesome. And by the way, Joe, a talented fucking musician. like a wonderful guitar player and a really good bass player. I think he prefers to be thought of as a guitar player, but I've been around him as a bass. He's one of these guys, and he sings his ass off, too. I never did a project with Rob. I always kind of wished we would, but he's a great guy, and I don't know what's going on under that bandana, Rob, but I do like him.
I like him a lot.
Yeah.
Because he's
a genuine individual.
He's a nice person. And he sounds like he had some fucked up shit going on with his marriage and shit, but he's got his daughter.
You know, he's got his daughter, and I think his marriage was a long, long time ago. He had a couple other long relationships in there, I think, at least one. I don't know. Who knows? I wish him well. He's the best. I wish I could bump into him here. That's awesome. When I did the band with Scott in the 90s, Mesh, the metal hardcore band, we were hanging around with Rob a lot. We did shows with his band, one of his bands. He had a really, 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 like a real band, like a real cover band who used to get paid a couple grand to play down at like, what is that place called? Puffer Bellies or something in Hyannis. He used to play there, and they would get paid like $2 grand to play all hair metal fucking act. And he played original music, too. But, yeah, no, he's a talented dude. And from what, obviously, he's a talented electrician. And I think the dude is doing the landlord thing, too. I think he's got property. Yeah. I think he has property.
Al is an awesome drummer. I said, Al Capone, he says, you're a great guitarist. And a cool dude.
Yeah.
I said, he's my podcast partner. I just mentioned your name, and he couldn't say enough good.
Yeah. Oh, cool. No, I've never, ever had anything, never fucking heard him say a bad thing about another person either. You know what I mean? He's one of those guys. He'll bite his tongue rather than say something negative. I love that guy. Jesus. Rob, get down here. Let's have some sex. You know what I mean? I'm going to have to get a room. With his flowing brown-black locks under that bandana. So what, do you need him to finish something up for you?
I need him to start something. He did the 2 houses down on Old Sandwich Road.
Yeah. Do you remember how you ended up hooking up with him? Did you look in the phone book?
I think Scott Busy Guy knew him.
Oh, okay.
From somewhere.
That makes perfect sense. Scott's a Plymouth guy. Rob's a Plymouth guy. Makes perfect sense. Oh, my God. Have we heard from Scott? What's going on there?
Scott,
is he falling off the face of the planet?
No, Scott's doing pretty good. He's not.
Oh, really?
He's sort of like.
Hi, Scott. We know you listen. Sorry we use your last name.
He's got into this Zen mode where he just doesn't give a fuck, but he just goes to work.
Good.
Like, he's not going crazy, and he's not totally normal. He's just sort of like.
Is he still with the wife?
Yes.
All right, good. That's good.
I feel bad for him because he's just. Look, I don't like seeing anybody in any kind of
pain.
You know, this
anguish.
It's really hard to get yourself out of. You know, like 50 grand could change his life. You know, there should be a place where you could. Like, once in your life, you can go and you can get 50 grand.
Right, at the Oracle.
And you can't fucking do it until you're like 35 or 40.
Right, until it's...
You can go and just get they call it the 50 grand.
But you have had to have been fairly productive up until that point.
Right. And then you just have a fuck
Just
up.
need a break. Just need a break.
Yeah, you need... Because he's... Like, he can't get ahead.
I know.
He can't get ahead. He can't get it. He's got a mortgage.
Understand.
So, I mean, it's always like the fucking phone is off. And
that
sucks.
That sucks.
You know, because he had to pay the fucking electric bill.
And he'll never, ever, ever get enough money to pay the registry what he has to pay to get his license back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, Al, these fucking parasites, supposedly, these are, you know, this is, the Commonwealth is us.
Right.
We're the fucking people. Who amongst us is fucking granting us the privilege to drive? You know, it seems like there's a It's a very small minority of people that are deciding what gets done.
Right.
And these fucking cockroaches make it impossible. They make it so expensive, they can't get their fucking license back. And if you can't get your license, how are you going to go to work?
How are you going to get to work? Right.
You know, so it's just this, you know, it's this fucking draconian, you know, we got to be really, you know. Meanwhile, someone can text message and fucking run over 25 people and, you know, you'll get a slap on the wrist.
I don't know about that
God
anymore.
forbid if you have 3 beers and you drive home.
I'm telling you whose fault it is, Joe, and that's the Massachusetts State Police.
Well, the Massachusetts State Police should all be lined up and summarily executed.
And fucking in the back of the head, whereupon they fall face first into the pit, and then, you know what? I'm going to let you
not
fill
in the
the
back
pit.
of the head, just like they used to do to the Jews.
Oh, I thought that was a back of the head thing.
No, they used to shoot them. They'd stare right at them and shoot them, and then they'd fall into the pit.
That's awful.
Well, I guess they did it both ways.
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe they gave them a choice.
They did have 6 million to kill, so
And they didn't gas every one of them. Because you don't want to waste all that gas either, you know?
Jesus. You know, you think about the numbers. There's a movie, I've watched it a couple times, and it's called, it's got, who's that guy? He was married to that woman.
Liam Neeson?
No. He's married to that, he was married to that English woman, Emma Thompson.
Oh, yeah.
And
I know who you're talking about. He's the guy who does all the Shakespeare shit. Kenneth Branagh. Come on.
Kenneth Branagh.
Come on.
And there's a movie called, it's about the Kenneth Branagh.
Are you telling me they're not married anymore? That's sad.
Oh, they haven't been married in a long time.
Oh, that's sad.
But both of them are great.
Great actors.
Actresses,
yeah,
whatever the
great
fucking
actresses, the both of them. She could use a boob job.
Solution.
Although I haven't seen her in much lately. She must have hit the wall. Because, you know, she was semi-pleasant to look at and a good actress. I'm pretty sure she hit the wall.
Conspiracy. You should watch this when you get home.
I've heard of it. I won't be watching it tonight, but I might watch it Saturday night. You all right?
Conspiracy is a recreation, supposedly, of the meeting between all of the various.
You got to talk and type. I'd like to say
I told Rob he should come on the podcast.
He should. That'd be fun. He's fun. He's smart. He's funny. That'd be great. You could talk about work, talk about music, talk about. He probably got a couple good Gus stories. Not that he works for him. I bet he knows Gus. Do you know Gus? They're both North Plymouth guys.
Everyone knows Gus.
Yeah, he's a North Plymouth guy too, you know. He'd probably be like, no, because I'd never work for that motherfucker. You know what I mean? I'm too smart for that. Not that Gus is looking to hire anybody smart, you know.
Gus is in a bad way.
Oh, no. With the Stein building? Because there's been no action on that.
No,
What's going on?
He's in a bad way.
Tell me.
Well, Gus is...
Health?
He's doing a lot of up-the-nose shit.
Oh, yeah, he always does.
No. But I mean, he's like...
worse than ever?
Yeah.
Oh, that's too bad. He's going to kill himself. What the fuck is he thinking? He's closer to 60 than he is anything.
He's like he's signing all of his shit, because Gus owns fucking everything, and he's signing all his shit over to his kids.
Yeah.
His wife, Lori, is one of the sweetest women I've ever met. And she was married to him for,
25 years. Yeah.
They've been together forever.
Yeah.
And she was his fucking rock. Because Gus is insane.
Technically, literally, clinically, yes.
A fucking genius. I don't know whether he's a genius or he's
just a really good businessman.
He's a very good businessman.
And he's also not afraid to get his hands dirty, which is a weird combination.
Well, he's the hardest working motherfucker I've ever...
He works very hard.
I mean, when he was we were building this subdivision, I'll never forget, it was like New Year's Day.
Oh, yeah, he didn't give a fuck about that.
Heard his truck.
Yeah, he knew no one else would be working.
He's digging a fucking foundation.
Remember I
hole.
told you with the Stein building? He knocked that thing down at 7 o'clock on July 3rd because it was a Friday. Everyone was gone.
Right.
And July 4th, he was knocked the rest of it down. You know what I mean? The next
with
day.
the guy next door. and
Oh,
shit.
it's the best.
So
By the way, there's still a hole in the ground there. There's nothing going on there.
he doesn't. No, that's the way he'll leave that forever. He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah. Because he owns it outright, and it doesn't owe him a penny.
No, and fuck him.
Yep.
You know what are they going to do to him?
Right.
They don't know what to do with him. That's the thing.
It's beautiful.
He tortures those fucking people. But he's I used to hear from him on a regular, irregular basis.
Yeah.
And I got to call him. But I'm worried about him. Because Dan sees him more than I do.
Stand plum for him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Dan deals with Augie, and I asked Dan how Gus was doing.
Wow, Augie's still around, huh?
Well, Augie does, Augie's kind of running the construction stuff.
I get it.
And Gus is still there, but Dan says
He's like how you would love Bob Malone to be, or if Chris worked out, or whatever.
he's
Well,
like
boy.
all the time. Like just all the
So
time.
I seen him do it in a store like a couple months ago. You see him in his truck,
Yeah,
and he
but
does it right
Dan
in the truck.
says, and Dan's, I've known Dan for so long. I know what Dan is saying.
Right.
When Dan says something, it might
Sure.
mean nothing to somebody.
No, but Dan speak. Yep.
I know Dan speak. So Dan said, he was for the first few months after they broke up, he was fine. He seemed like he was like dating some people, but now he's just sort of like he's signing everything over to his kids, and he says, "Yeah, fuck it, I don't care what happens to me."
So did she stay in the house, and he moved into a little house he built, or did he move her into another house?
No, I think he's still on
Hall Street?
No, he's not. He hasn't been on Hall Street for years.
Oh, I thought he still owned it, and he might have moved back.
He does. There's a house that he started building before we did the housing in this subdivision.
There. At Grapham.
Would you stop fucking trying to finish my sentences, you asshole?
I'm trying to get you to be coherent.
Grapham. There's a house on Hall Street, corner of Hall and Standish Ave, that was started before this subdivision.
I know what you're talking about. Okay.
And that was supposed to be his house.
Okay.
And for years, Lori was like, would you please finish? 2 years ago, the thing didn't have a front door in it.
Right.
You know what I mean? That house apparently is finished, and that's where everybody's living. She and the kids.
Okay.
And I think he owns most of Brayley Lane.
Yep.
Owns everything.
Okay.
So he's still over there, I believe.
Okay.
You see how these lights are kind of twinkling?
It's weird. It's weird.
It's my
There's some
inverter
surging
thing.
going on.
You know what it is? If there's not it doesn't know how to handle these very small loads.
Yeah, right.
Because these are like 7 watts a piece.
Sure.
And it's like, I don't know what to fucking do.
Right.
Because it's kind of making power instantaneously.
Right.
And trying to make all the loads. So at any rate, the film Conspiracy is based on transcripts that were found about a meeting on this gorgeous lake house that was owned by a Jewish person.
Stinking Hebe.
Yeah, that was taken away from him. And they discussed what to do about the Jews. How are we going to... And it is horrifying and fascinating at the same time. And, can we shoot them? And there was a guy there that was like a major or something. A major. He wasn't a colonel. He was maybe he was a colonel. I don't know. He was a light colonel, something. And he's like, well, my men and I we've shot 40,000, think about it, 40,000 people. And 40,000 is 50,000 is 1/20th of a million.
Yeah.
So he's like, my guys are fucked. They're from killing people.
Yeah, right. That'll weigh on you.
Like, think about how long it would take to shoot for. You need 40,000 bullets.
It's a lot of bullets, man.
And
don't they come in box? That's 1,000 box. I think they come in boxes of 40, actually, if I remember.
Yeah, well, I mean, they had, I don't know what the Germans had, but they had,
Although,
the U.S. had ammo bombs.
And let's face it, they don't just put one in at people. They put two.
Well, they'd shoot them over a fucking ditch.
And then shoot them again once they hit.
Well, they'd sort of bury them alive.
Ugh.
It was fucking nasty. So that didn't work. And they were talking about in Poland, there were 2.7 million Jews that they had in concentration camps. And they're like, how are we going to kill these people? 2.7 million people.
It's a lot of people.
And this is where they literally... this is an untold story because I've never seen it, but like the people that made the ovens, I want to say the company's like still around.
Oh yeah, like I think it's called Butkieg,
and they
literally
designed it so that you could stick bodies in, and at a certain point, like they'd slide down. And they would dry out enough so that they would just burn on their own.
Right.
So the fire would just stay. It would just burn forever as long as you keep
feeding the bodies in. Right.
And so at Auschwitz they could kill 2,500 people a day.
Ugh.
And for some reason I'm thinking that I'm missing a zero or I'm missing a like it was 2,500. A shift or something, but they could kill a lot of fucking people a day. They'd gas them and then they'd throw them and burn them up in the oven, and there was fucking ash coming out, 24/7.
Yeah, right.
And I've never seen a documentary on like the people that made the ovens and shit, and the people that actually designed. Literally had to sit back and
engineer
say,
them
how
motherfuckers.
Are we gonna engineer it so that it, you got to get it hot enough and then going, and we want to burn consistent, and and the Germans are fabulous engineers.
Yeah, right. Make really good stereos.
But they
used to.
They just every once in a while get out of their fucking minds. Like World War I and World War II.
Right.
So you're working on this thing and you're like trying to solve this problem about how are we going to get rid of these bodies of all these innocent people that we're killing.
It's horrifying, man.
It is. It's fucking. That's why I'm so pro-Israel. Anybody that says, "Oh, the poor Palestinians," fuck the Palestinians.
Yeah, right. Fuck them.
You know what? The Jews have the oldest religion in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's year 5,800 if you're a Jew. If you're a real Orthodox Jew.
Like a fucking bagel eating.
If you want to go
bagel and lox eating Jew.
I don't even know if that's old.
No, I know. Just saying.
But if you want to go back, who really owns that land? It's the Jews.
Yeah.
That land's the Jews. The Palestinians can go, oh, well, we had this land for years. Well, you didn't have it before. The Jews had it before you.
And guess what? You don't have it now, so shut up.
Allah came around in fucking 600 AD.
Yeah.
So you're out of luck.
Yeah, fuck off.
So if you want to lob 1,500 fucking rockets into Israel, which they shoot every one of them down, and then they kill a couple hundred of you, and then they cry about it.
Right.
And they go, well, but we didn't kill anybody.
Yeah, well, you tried. You can't.
Yeah, but you tried.
Right.
And you didn't do a good job,
right.
And now they go and
now we're going to prevent you from trying again, so just stop it so we don't have to waste our fucking defense missiles.
I don't know what the solution is over there.
I believe it's
Although,
called the final solution,
believe
Joe,
it's the final
which is what we were just talking about.
It's a real irony.
Yeah.
Is that a true irony?
I would probably. I mean, I would have to analyze a little bit
would too.
from a
Is it
literary.
a paradox or an irony? Because
It's more of a paradox than an irony. I think you got that right, but it's
Here,
still
the Jews
it's slightly ironic.
we're the victim of a genocide,
Right.
and a really good solution.
The
to
only
end the
solution
Palestinian
is
to
genocide.
fucking kill them all.
Yeah, that would work. So it's probably irony.
I don't understand what the plan is. This is what 70 years.
Nobody
now?
can come up with a plan.
Well,
That Jared Kushner is supposed to have been working on a plan. I'd like to see it. Jared, let's go.
Jared put together a really good crime bill that went through.
Did he?
Criminal.
Who sponsored
Crime,
that? Was it sponsored in the House or in the Senate?
I think in the House, and it was sponsored by Democrats and Republicans.
Oh, no shit. Good.
And it was criminal justice reform.
See, right there. That's Trumpy fucking working his magic, man.
Look, because Jared's a cool dude.
Well, yeah.
Jared's dad went to jail, and Chris Christie put his dad in jail.
Right. And they're all pals.
I don't think they're that close.
Trump loves Chris Christie.
I don't think so. Trump was calling him fat.
Well, oh, really? I thought they all at least get along.
No, they get along fine. I think Chris Christie, what happened to Chris Christie is this. Steve Bannon tells it.
Oh, my God. He'll be back, by the way.
Steve Bannon tells it quite well. He says, everyone thought Hillary was going to win. And it was time to find out who your friends were.
Yeah.
Now, the thing that people don't understand about Trump is if you're loyal to Trump, Trump is fucking brutally loyal.
Oh, yeah.
So Bannon looked at Christie and said, okay, we're getting on the plane. Plane's leaving. You see how these lights just...
Yeah.
8 o'clock is the magic. It goes from all the power beforehand was solar.
It's fucking 8 o'clock straight up.
And now we're back to, this is grid.
That's wacky.
I wish I could get the power as good as the grid. It's just...
You'll figure it out, dude.
flickery.
You'll figure it out.
So at any rate...
That's why everything went kablooey. Everything was running on that earlier, right?
Well, I've been fucking around with it, too. So there's been lights off and lights on. That's probably what happened to the software.
It is what happened.
So, I mean, Bannon said Christie didn't get on the plane because he thought Trump was going to lose. That's why Christie didn't get appointed to anything.
Right.
And he was forgotten, you know? Bannon's an interesting cat.
He's going to be around for 2020, dude. He's going to probably not be his campaign manager.
You know what he's doing? He's over in Europe.
Trying to fucking make nationalist fucking candidates work out.
Well, it's economic nationalism.
Yeah, right. I know.
Because everybody wants to call him, you know, people want to...
Populism.
Yeah, the lunatics want to, well, it's populism and nationalism.
Yeah.
And then they want to put it back to, well, the fucking Nazis were nationalists.
Fucking bullshit. They're communists.
No, the Nazis were nationalists.
I know. I get it.
And fascists.
Fascists. Right.
But they weren't. So we don't have a fascist government.
Far from it.
Even if the president, even if you think you know, and I'm so tired of. Oh, by the way,
And
I want to say this. I have a fucking fabulous idea.
Cool.
I am going to be. Here's what we're going to do.
All right.
We're going to do an interview show,
Great.
and we're going to do this with video.
Okay.
Okay? And I'm going to become. I'll give you an example. I record W. Kamau Bell's show on Sundays.
I know who you're talking about.
And he's got
Enemy of the People, W. Kamau Bell.
United Shades of America is his show.
He's an enemy of the people.
And I watch the show, but W. Kamau Bell hates fucking white people.
Well, I just said he's an enemy of humanity.
No, I think he's just. But what I want to do
He's a
is
cunt.
I'm going to be W. Kamau Bell.
And I get to be me?
and you get to just interview, and we're going to go back and forth.
Oh, wow, that's interesting.
Isn't it?
You think you can pull that off?
But I'm going to talk just like this. I'm not going to put a fucking...
I got you.
Putting blackface
But
on.
you think you got enough... it's not even devil's advocate in you. You got to really be familiar with what he's where he's at.
W. Kamau Bell.
Oh, wow.
And it's going to be funny
I'm going to have to
and
read up.
entertaining.
I'm going to prepare for that, by the way.
So we're going to do that.
I will prepare for that.
But there's a fucking shitload of people that I can do that on.
All right, hold on. Al's idea. Joe's idea. Al interviews...
So I'm going to say, hi, I'm W. Kamau Bell. I hate white people. Well...
Yeah, but he would never say that.
No. But I'm going to say, this is what I think. I think that...
By the way, what's W stand for? Wu-Tang?
I don't know.
What the fuck?
Wigger.
It's not... It's not William. Maybe it's wig. That afro is really a fucking wig.
See,
Yo,
what's
man.
interesting is W. Kamau doesn't want black people
He's the
put
enemy of
into
the
a
people.
group, I don't think. Although,
He doesn't
unless it serves him well,
Yeah, right.
then...
Unless that whole group is getting reparations, he doesn't want them to be viewed as a
right.
group.
So you want to celebrate the individual.
By the way, W. Kamau, I'm with you. Black people have a gripe, but you are a cunt.
He is a cunt.
Yeah.
And, however, and he does this a lot, and it's starting to hurt because I like the show. The show's interesting because he goes to some interesting places, but he's got too much, he's too angry about it. You know, and he says, you see white people? So he's trying to individualize black people unless it benefits to have a group.
Yeah.
But he puts all white people into a group.
Of course.
And I think that would be a fascinating angle because we can do shit like, so do you see black people as one big monolith, or do you see black people as, just oh no, I see black people, they're all individuals.
How about white people?
So why do you say black people?
Yeah, right.
Why don't you just say
People.
And then there's people of color. And why do you say white people? What does white people mean?
That's kind of
Is the
fucking
guy
lumping
that-
them into a group, isn't
The
it?
guy that is... Does the guy working in a fucking coal mine in West Virginia whose family never owned a slave, who came here from, he was from Irish descent and got here in the 1800s, does he have white privilege?
Yeah. Of course he does.
Well, of course, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to say, and then you can dismantle my argument, and I'll help you along the way by saying things. And I think it would be funny and fascinating to do it. You know what I mean? And I'd have to stay sober and do it. But I mean, we're talking like 45 minutes an hour.
Yeah.
And we'll put it up on YouTube and see if we can get some fucking. See if we can get some.
So you're gonna wear like a
steam.
fucking wig and everything?
No,
That'd be great.
No.
You don't have to put blackface on, but a wig with those glasses.
I think the key is not to. You don't want to go down that road where you're looking like you're being a racist.
Yeah.
Like I'm just gonna say I'm W. Kamau Bell. I'm not gonna try to speak.
No.
in black
Yeah.
tongue. I don't want to put an afro on. Although I thought of the
It's
afro.
not that
would
racist,
be
by the
funny.
way. It's funny. It's not racist. It's funny.
I'm thinking about the afro.
It's like if I was going to interview as Trump and you put a wig on. That's not racist. It's funny.
I mean, you can't do blackface, of course.
No, that's racist.
Although,
By the way,
I was thinking of doing.
By the way, he's not
black
that.
hands.
He's not that black. He's not that black.
Hey, he's pretty black.
He's not that black.
He's not purple black.
Yeah.
But he really is angry at white
His
people.
mother. He's angry at his mother.
He's angry. He's very angry.
With his parents. He's angry with his parents.
Trump is a
cunt.
an absolute racist, according to him.
Yeah, right.
And I don't know where that is. Does that come from when he puts Mexicans in a
It
group?
has no.
Where's the racist?
There's no.
Trump's never said. Now, Trump doesn't...
He has more black women homosexuals working in his fucking organization than
probably than Obama did.
than anybody. I'm not even talking about his government organization. I'm talking about his private enterprise that he's had up until a couple years ago when he got elected. Nobody's a bigger champion of women and black people
It's not
and
that.
faggots than Donald.
Trump doesn't give a fuck about...
Sorry, everybody. I didn't mean to say
He doesn't give a
faggot.
fuck about that.
He doesn't.
He cares about merit.
Merit. Can you get it done?
He was the guy
And
that...
by the way, if you don't get it done, you're fired.
He put that woman in charge
And I'll write you a good reference.
of building Trump Tower,
Right.
whose name escapes me.
I don't
What a
know.
tough broad. You
Yeah.
would not want to fuck with her.
Well, of course.
And she got it done.
She'll eat your fucking jugular for you.
Eat your lunch.
Yeah. And you know what?
And
Just like Hillary, she'll
So it's
probably
not about-
grind her mother's fucking trachea
So the
for
thing
her
about
on the
Trump
ground,
is,
too.
It's not about, and this is why, if you don't understand Trump and you think that he's a racist, you
So
got to think
stupid.
again. He's not a racist. He doesn't
Less
give
than
a
a racist.
fuck. He cares about success.
Yeah.
People that are
Winning.
successful. Do you see how when Kanye West comes in, Trump loves Kanye West.
Of course he does.
And he really does love Kanye West
Yeah.
because he's successful.
Yeah, he doesn't give a fuck about his
Trump
music.
loved Mike Tyson. Used to
Of
Trump
course.
and Tyson used to hang out
Yeah, right.
because he's a fucking Tyson was a success.
Do you know who Trump used?
Tiger Woods.
Do you know who Trump used to love? Except then he was a Hillary supporter. Trump used to love Howard. They don't really have a
I think
bad
Trump
relationship.
still loves
He probably still likes him, but they're not really on. He's not going to be
I
guesting
saw an interview with
anytime.
Howard with some douchebag,
Douche bizzle.
and they were talking about Trump.
Oh, Chelsea Handler,
No,
recent.
I don't know, but it was on YouTube. It was
a girl.
Was
it Lena Dunham?
no.
When you say douchebag, is it you talking about a girl or like a male liberal? Sorry, ladies.
Jesus, maybe it was Anderson Cooper.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because he did on his book. Because he just got a book, which I got by the way, which is not very good. I have to say, don't buy it.
No, I
It's
mean,
okay.
There's only
But
so
he's-
much Howard.
He's done all his book is a retread of his interview since he's been on Sirius. But yeah, he was on Anderson Cooper's show promoting his book. Is that what you saw?
I think so.
That was an excellent interview. It was excellent.
But you know what was good about it is he wasn't beating up on Trump or anything. He said, look,
beat up on Donald.
he said I would get him in here and I would get him, I'd call him Mr. Trump.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's what you saw. You
Yeah.
saw the CNN interview.
I would call him Mr. Trump because he likes to be respected and he likes to be
It loosens him up.
right. That's what he said. And then he said he was a fabulous guest. He was brutally honest, and
He says Angelina Jolie is a 6.
Angelina Jolie's a 6.
At best.
I would say probably right about now she is
Oh,
because she's 47 pounds.
she may not have her fuck all her teeth right now. You know what I mean?
Who knows? I haven't heard about her in a long time.
Well, I mean, she's certainly not getting hired for any fucking major motion pictures. That'll show you.
Trump
what's going
likes successful people.
Yeah.
And he likes seeing people do well.
Yeah.
He's not one of these people that sees somebody do well.
on. And is
sees
jealous.
Somebody does. Am I saying this fucked up?
No, you got it.
Sees somebody do well and then gets jealous about it.
No, he
doesn't
loves
care.
it.
He's nobody can out fucking work Trump.
Right.
Warren Buffett's got
And
more
he
money
knows
than
that.
Trump. But Trump already has something in his head why he's better than Warren
I
Buffett.
wonder if those guys have had dinner lately. Warren Buffett voted for Hillary, by the way.
Warren Buffett and Trump could not be any more different.
Yeah, but you got to figure they got some
they're
shit.
wildly different.
Yeah, I know, but
And I don't think they cross. Warren Buffett's an investor.
yeah.
Warren Buffett lives in fucking...
Yeah, Trump's a developer, by the way. Developer and investor
he-
is different. You could say he invests in real estate, but he really develops real
don't
estate
think
and
they're-
tries to squeeze every penny out of the real estate that he develops.
Buffett is not a New York City person.
Right.
He is a
He's an
Omaha,
investor.
Nebraska guy.
Whatever that means.
Lives there.
Yeah, I know.
Well, The beauty of stocks, if you can be like Warren Buffett,
could do it
is
wherever.
You can do it from anywhere.
Yeah, right.
And he did it mostly from Omaha.
Man, you could do it from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, if you want. You know what I mean?
Omaha makes sense to him.
Sure.
That's what Warren said.
Do you know if he is he born and raised in Omaha, or is that just where he ended up because it was quiet? I know nothing about Warren Buffett.
Well, I'm gonna.
Did he have an autobiography yet? He needs to write one. He won't.
I believe there's been about 5,000 books written about.
Yeah, but
Warren
did he
Buffett.
write one? Is all I'm saying.
I don't think he's actually.
Do you think he was born in Omaha, Joe?
Yes,
He was. Okay.
I think he
Well,
lived.
that makes sense.
I think he grew up in Omaha, but you know
So
what?
he just had a knack for this shit.
He
And did he do
had-
the whole college thing? Like, is he a degreed individual?
Oh, yeah.
He is. Okay.
Buffett is a. He's a smart guy.
Yeah, I mean, obviously. He's not doing shit by feel. He's probably got some spreadsheets that no one else is privy to. Even.
88 years old.
Can you imagine? Griff? Again, he has the best doctors in the world, not necessarily the same best doctors
you know
that
what
Donald
it is?
has.
Here's the thing about guys like Warren.
They don't smoke, they don't drink, they don't eat fucking red meat.
Warren Buffett found something that he loves. He's amazingly good at,
Yeah. He derives sexual
and it
pleasure
makes a
from
lot of money.
Is his wife still alive? He's been with the same woman for fucking 70 years or something.
No, you don't know anything about.
I don't.
Warren Buffett.
So is he getting some trim at least right now? Hopefully.
He's 88.
So he's probably getting some trim, some young putty.
He's 88.
So what?
He's fucking almost 90.
Guys can get it up at 88, man. I hope. Not that I'll ever be 88, although I'm
I'm
starting to think.
55 and I don't fucking care about sex.
Dude, it's all I think about all day, every day.
Really? Maybe
don't
I
know.
need some testosterone.
Me too.
So, at any rate,
And I'm all hyped up. By the way, hi, Cat. I love you, baby.
I can't. Warren Buffett was born in Omaha, Nebraska.
Wow. So he's just an Omaha fucking guy, man. Good for him.
But he fucking loves what he
Loves
does.
what he does.
Like with a fucking passion.
Like the amount that Bill Clinton loves raping people,
he
fucking
Warren Buffett loves
it.
stocks more than Bill Clinton loves raping.
More?
More than
Wow.
Bill Clinton loves raping girls. Warren likes stock picking more than Bill loves raping. And Bill Clinton
Loves raping people.
Bill Clinton fucking loves raping. I mean, loves it.
Yeah.
He loves it.
He thinks about it a lot.
But Warren is just, you got to love what you fucking do to be successful. Warren's in a class by himself.
Yeah.
But he is he's a humble. Well, he's kind of a humble guy. He was married to a woman who died in 2004.
Oh, okay. She's been dead a long time.
But they got divorced. I don't know, 90s, 80s.
Oh, okay.
And she went to San Francisco. But she literally hooked Warren up with a good friend of hers. And her name is Astrid Menks.
Ooh, so she's old.
No, she's German. Who takes care... I think...
Oh, she cooks and cleans for him?
No, they married. They got
Okay.
married in 2006. I'm looking at the Wikipedia thing. So she hooked him up because she couldn't... Warren was a diehard Republican.
Okay.
His wife was a San Francisco liberal.
Liberal. Okay.
And brought a lot of... See, this is where I'm for... Brought... If you think like this, I made it, it's mine, it's my money, fuck everybody else. And they can all die.
Yeah.
That's really that if you go to the right, that's what the right thinks. I got my money, fuck everybody else. Let them die.
I guess I'm not that far to the right. I might be way far to the right because I'm beyond that.
So Warren Buffett was pretty much there. And his wife said, look, not everybody cares about money,
Yeah.
but they have shit to offer. So if you ask Warren Buffett, well, what do you think about what should people do? Well, they should do what they like. Well, how about if what they like to do is, paint? And he said, I'm really good at, I love doing what I do, and it also happens, and I'm good at it, and I also it happens to be something that's where you can make a fucking shitload of money.
Right. More money than you could possibly ever need.
Spend or
ever need.
And so why can't someone else love making... why is money the dictator? Meaning the only thing is, how much money you can make?
It's just a way to keep score, I guess.
He said, if you love painting and you don't care about money, that person shouldn't be fucking homeless. And Warren's, so you have to work. He's still of a mindset where you can't give shit away.
Right.
And I'm saying this is the gist I get after watching. I've never read a Warren book. I don't read. But I watched enough Warren interviews.
Well, you've read a Trump book or two.
I read The Art of the Deal.
I thought you read the one after that, too.
Nah.
No.
So Warren likes... He sort of gets the liberal side of things.
Yeah, sure.
Meaning we should take care of our people.
Yeah, sure.
We should make sure people shouldn't fucking have their teeth falling out.
Right.
People should be able to get a fucking checkup if they need it and some medical attention.
Yeah, sure.
And it shouldn't be this. Look, we're in a real crazy situation now where I just heard this. The 65 richest people in the world have more money than the lowest, than half of the world population, the lowest income earners.
I got you. Combined.
So they have 65 people have more wealth than 3.5 billion
people combined. Yeah.
There's something wrong with that.
You think?
Oh, fuck yeah.
I think that's...
There's something really wrong.
There's always going to be go-getters, man.
Yeah, but the problem is that this is what Obama tried to say, and I agree with him. We live in a country that was fought for by grunts, by cannon fodder. Children of people of little means who went off and fought wars like World War II, World War I, Korea, even Vietnam. It was a horrible kind of waste. But wars where the wars that the outcome of how the world would work, like World War II, World War I, where it was going to be democracy or a dictatorship. Cold War with Russia built a playing field so that people like Buffett and all the other people. And if you're amazingly good at making money, that's wonderful.
Right.
But not everybody is. And just because everybody's not, does that mean that they're supposed to starve to death? Now, that doesn't mean we have to tax you into fucking poverty.
Right.
Because you're really good at making a lot of money. But at the same token, there's not enough right now. Not everybody can live like us.
Right.
This is the problem with the crazy left. You have to define it differently. You got crazy left, and then you have liberals. You and I are probably liberals. Crazy left is everyone should be able to live like Nancy Pelosi is a multimillionaire.
Yeah.
But somewhere in Nancy's head, she believes that everybody should be able to live like her, except she knows everybody can't live like her.
Right.
There is not enough stuff in the world yet so that everybody can live like Nancy Pelosi. the average, when you average everything out, is $34,000 a year.
Okay. That's the world?
That's the world.
Oh.
This is why you still need borders. When we get to a point when there's no scarcity of anything.
Yep.
Like you could lay your hand, there's TVs stacked at the fucking dump.
And this also folds nicely into the AI discussion. So keep going.
There's fucking cell phone. You can walk down the street and pick a cell phone up out of the trash can, and it fucking immediately, you open it and you go, I'm Joe Brennan, this is my cell phone now. And you can call anybody, and you can throw it in the trash and then get another one the next day.
Yeah.
Food is just fucking everywhere.
By the way, I'm Joe Beep.
So you just fucking, I don't know, you cook food and just, I don't know, the government sends you a fucking check and you just give food to people.
Right.
People walk by and they eat fucking food. When there's no more scarcity and the population tops out right about 9 billion.
Why is that the number?
Because what they found is when you take people out of poverty, and start giving them, not giving them, but they start to, have some
semblance of
stability.
Yeah, stability, sure.
A place to live.
Humanity.
Not a job or some sort of a steady sort of life.
Yeah.
They can have access to a doctor.
Yeah.
Shit like that. They stop having 10 kids.
Sure.
Because they have shit to do. And they don't have to plan on half of the kids dying.
Do you categorize the ability, or I don't know if the ability, bear with me. Do you categorize, the ability to get to a doctor and be seen as a universal human right? Like a natural born human right? Just based on how, we've developed as humans? Should everybody just be able to see a fucking doctor, or is it not a financial transaction like it is? It's a financial thing, by the way.
I'll put it another.
It's a service. It's a service.
It's a travesty that any human can't get medical attention.
That all humans can't get it, right?
Yeah,
I'm with you.
I think there's,
but I also,
first of all, we still need to have borders and countries. This is why the Mexican thing doesn't work.
How does that have anything to do with healthcare? I'm sure it folds into it eventually.
No, I'm talking about, like, if you want to look, Los Angeles has 60,000 homeless people.
That seems low. All right, go ahead.
It doesn't seem like a lot of people.
It's a lot of people. It's everybody in Plymouth, right? Where we live. It's everybody.
Homeless.
It's everybody. Everyone's homeless.
They have fucking Skid Row.
And we got a big-ass fucking geographical town. That's not that big a place.
We got people pouring in over the borders. Democrats don't want to do anything about it.
Because?
People are pouring in over the borders because we've got the lowest unemployment rate in fucking 50 years.
But why don't Democrats want to do anything about it, in a nutshell? Because
they believe, there's a belief, these are left-wing lunatics, not liberals.
I got you.
Because you got to
You still equate liberal with being a Kennedy liberal, by the way.
Yeah, I'm talking about a liberal person, but
slightly left of center.
Who's fucking a liberal is somebody who's left of center who can do math.
Does liberal equal progressive to you, or is progressive more like the lunatic left?
Well, everybody likes progress.
Everyone loves progress. That's why I hate the fucking term progressive. I hate it. I hate it.
It makes
just
the left-wing lunatics
there's
seem
such
like
thing
they're
as,
the ones that are...
Right. There's such thing as progression other than their definition of it, correct? You know what I'm saying?
Well, there's progress in the wrong direction.
Yeah, let's get some fucking progress here, but let's go in the right direction.
Let everybody come into the country, and then we all can be poor.
Right.
We can all be poor together.
Progressive with a capital P is bullshit.
You have to... Look, the United States of America is a great place to live.
Of course it is.
12 million fucking Mexicans can't be wrong. And 100,000 a month trying to get in here.
Yeah, right.
They can't be wrong.
No, you're right.
It can't be a terrible country. They really want to get in here.
And all the rest of us not leaving the country. So it's not just the 12 million Mexicans, it's the other 330 million of us who aren't looking to get the fuck out.
No, nobody's leaving.
Nobody's leaving.
And we encourage people to go and travel and leave.
Alec Baldwin, you can leave.
You can leave. You can go to Canada.
Chelsea Handler, you can leave. Even though you got nice tits. Oprah, or not Oprah, Lena, I loved your television show, Girls. You said you wanted to go to Canada. You're welcome to go.
Go.
Leave.
Get out.
Nobody's fucking looking to make a quick exit from the United States of America.
But
nobody.
So this is the thing that's so frustrating. And when I'm W. Kamau Bell, we're going to discuss this. Because,
you got to wear a wig.
Because everybody, Kamau, thinks that keeping Mexicans out is fucking racist. Meanwhile, he is a group thinker, and he puts black people into a monolith.
And he puts white people into a monolith.
And however,
and by the way,
you know
Asian people as well.
Do you know which group of people, if you want to talk about groups, illegal immigration from our southern border affects the most?
Black people. Yeah. That's just logic.
It's not even logic. It's just the truth.
It's truth. It's statistical truth.
It affects black people, and it affects Hispanic people.
Yeah, and poor white people.
And poor white people.
Yeah.
It drives down wages.
Yeah.
You know who's more in favor of illegal immigration than the left-wing lunatics? Right-wing rich people.
Oh, yeah, they love it.
Chamber of Commerce.
Oh, they love it.
They want it, too.
Yeah.
Because they want the fucking cheap labor.
Which we see a lot of around here in the northeast of the United States. We have a fucking very high, what's the word? Not transgressional. Oh, like nomad fucking agricultural economy. You know what I mean? Not nomad. What's the word? I can't remember the exact term. The exact term. If I said the right term, you know what I'm talking about. We have people who come
transient.
Yeah, not maybe they come here to farm cranberries, and they are highly illegal. And that's the work that they do because they get hired for ridiculously low money. Anybody
that says, "Oh, the illegals are willing to do the work that no American will do," should be immediately kicked in the cunt.
And right in the cunt. Yeah, right in the cunt.
Because no, you're not. That's not a complete sentence. Illegals are willing to do the work that American won't do for slave wages.
Right.
However, if you pay somebody $25 an hour or $20 an hour to pick fucking lettuce, you'll have a shitload of white people and a shitload of legal black people picking lettuce.
What about, never mind picking lettuce, like our local economy now?
Whoa.
You know a little bit about this through your nephew. You could fucking trim fucking pot plants for $20-$25 an hour now. You know what I mean?
You can.
And let's face it, that's good for the economy. That's good for everybody.
I believe Los Angeles, a sanctuary city, who's the mayor out there? Is it Garcetti?
Oh, yeah, it's Gil Garcetti's son, by the way.
Who's probably just a fucking asshole.
Oh, not just an asshole, a fucking dunce. Like, literally.
Oh, he's stupid, too.
Like, thick. Like, we're talking 80 IQ, Joe. No, I'm telling you, right on the brink of dull.
He can fucking smile.
Right on the...
Well, he and Gavin Newsom.
Who is the mayor of Los Angeles?
I think it's Eric Garcetti.
Eric Garcetti, son of Gil Garcetti. Oh, my God.
And Gavin Newsom.
He's 3 years younger than me. He can't be all that bright.
Gavin Newsom, who is a walking moron.
How old is Gavin Newsom? He's got to be a couple. Oh my God, he's He's my age.
Yeah, he's younger than me.
That's fucked, man. That's the problem with all this
moron.
shit.
He's a moron.
That's why I love that Trump's in charge. He's the same age as my dad. He was born in the same year as my dad. I love it.
So
I feel comfy.
You got people like Gavin Newsom. If
my dad could be president.
Gavin Newsom. How can you sit there and watch homeless people, not do well, and say, you know what we need in this city? More people.
Right.
More people that don't know how to do anything.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
Yeah.
So you're in a city with 60,000 homeless people. Let's make it a sanctuary city and bring in a bunch of other people that got nothing too.
Right.
And then they can fucking stab each other for, to work for $5 an hour.
Right.
Under the table because you can't work over the table in Los Angeles because it's got a minimum wage of $15 an hour.
Right.
So it's just, I think it's fucking craziness.
Well, clearly it is.
So you look at that California, and you know what? California, there's really rich people that live on the coast.
Yeah.
You've got to be fairly, like they said, San Francisco, if you make $300,000 a year, that's about where you can live like middle class-ish in San Francisco. Because the price of, if you own a place and, the fucking taxes in California. I mean, if you're high income earners pay 13% income tax in California.
Right.
So California ain't the place where you want to go if you're poor.
Right.
It's also not I don't know, maybe if you're poor or if you have nothing. But if you're going out there to unless you're in some corporate gig where you're making a lot of money, I don't think you want to go to California.
Well, I mean,
You're either going to be looking for a fucking
You gotta
to be
have-
an actor.
yeah, you got to have
Or
a
a singer.
stake. Yeah. You got to have, well, first of all, if you're an actor or a comedian, you're going to be willing to sleep on a couch. But I don't think you're looking to, you're not looking to start a fucking upstart there.
I don't know. I was in Los Angeles in the early 2000s, but I can't remember why. And before that, I was there in 1983, and I haven't been back. And I don't think anybody really cares if I haven't been back.
Right.
But to me, it's a sprawling jungle of madness.
Yeah. Sprawling jungle of
I
madness.
mean, it makes commuting to Boston here is horrible.
Oh, but they got 6 lanes of fucking backed up
They got
traffic
6
forever.
lanes. There's people that spend 3 hours each way commuting out there. I mean, that's fucking insanity.
Yeah, it sucks. Hey, I gotta ask you one thing, because we're going here, and we're not adverse to a 2.5, 3 hour show, but
Yeah, I
listen, I got shit to do. So, I know you're not a Twitter guy,
No.
but I know you pay a little.
I got kicked off of Twitter for some reason.
Somehow I don't find that hard to believe. So, the new Twitter darling. Have you seen this?
No.
And I just looked it up, and I think, whatever. In his first day on Twitter, he had over 600,000 listeners. His second day, which was yesterday, he's up to over 7, and today he's almost at 8 or 9. OJ is on Twitter.
Oh, no shit.
And his big thing is, I got a lot of people to get revenge against. And apparently, yesterday, somebody hacked his account. Legit hacked it.
Yeah.
And they were sending messages to all the fake OJ accounts and putting you know what emoji is? It's like a little picture text thing of fucking daggers. Like bloody daggers. Like he's like, I'm gonna take care of you, but it's not OJ. It's just such
But
an
OJ's
indication.
probably cracking up about
It's such an indication of what's going on with America and fucking the way people communicate.
Well, there's a whole thing now. Look, this isn't. I'm not going to say anything that's surprising because I'm way behind on this shit. But,
Yeah.
if we cared enough, we'd do something that would get us noticed. But I don't want to be famous. I've never wanted to be famous.
Oh no, fuck that.
I'm scared to do video because
I used to want to be famous. What, are you scared to do video because you're afraid people are going to want to look at you too much?
No, I'm afraid that I'm going to scare people to death.
Oh, no.
So,
Joe,
no, but the thing is,
we're interesting looking.
yeah, we are. the thing is, this is a new way to make a living.
Yeah.
Is to get enough social media
Well,
followers.
God damn, we had fucking designs on already figuring it out by now, but we haven't.
Well,
It's okay. We're not famous, Joe.
we're not famous, and we're not consistent,
We're not consistent. We certainly haven't done anything stupid to get in the media.
and we
You
haven't-
should put up some more clips, though, you lazy
I know,
bastard.
I
You're
know.
fucking so lazy.
I am. I'm fucking wicked lazy. But I think the W. Kamau Bell angle.
Oh, it's so funny. I can't wait. I got to do some. I have to be prepared, though. You got to prepare, too,
I
because you
do.
can't just
I do. I can't
fire
just
off
wing it.
responses that
But I think I can put myself.
you got to figure out what you think you would really say, not.
I can put myself into angry black mode.
I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to fucking do this, and this is going to be. It's not going to be a kind. It's going to be a Kind of Right special.
Right.
It's not going to be show number
This is going to be a
128.
video. We're going to do this with video.
And it's going to be a special.
Because I think we can do this. I gotta clean this fucking shithole up.
We need a camera in that corner. We need a camera there. We need a camera in that corner, and maybe one in that corner. We could do.
Well, I don't know how the switching works. How does it go from me to you? Do you follow what I'm saying?
There will be a board like this. Okay.
Here's what I'm thinking.
It'll be a Joe.
See
It'll
this
be a
bed?
digital. Go ahead.
See this bed?
Yeah.
This bed's gonna go away.
Oh, really?
See these guitars and shit? It's gonna be cleaned up.
Oh.
Amps, fucking 78 fingerboards here.
Yeah,
Fretboard. I'm done here. All my stuff. I got that. This thing's actually hooked up. Believe it or not.
Okay.
I gotta neaten that up somewhere.
Yeah.
Look at how it's plugged in right into that little fucking thingy there.
Yeah,
It's
right.
like a charm.
It's like official.
I can go to the moon and fucking turn the power off at my own house.
Yeah, right.
So I'm thinking of taking this corner,
Yeah.
moving us over into there. You and I are going to be sitting somewhere like maybe here and here.
Yeah.
So it's sort of
So listen to me. I'm telling you, what we're gonna have
kind of
is
Charlie Rose-ish.
you're gonna have a board that's tied into the cameras, and it's gonna be a digital board, and it automatically sends a feed to the computer for a video feed with an audio feed, because I'll send an audio feed out of this into the video board.
How do you switch it from person to person?
It automatically does it.
So
I told you about
start
it.
talking.
There's an algorithm. Yeah.
Okay.
It's seamless. You don't even
No
need
shit.
a video editor anymore.
Well, you can buy good. I have a camera that I paid $100 for. It's
Yeah.
a Kodak camera. Jim Schultze, my realtor.
Yeah.
I said, I need a video camera to do some. I was going to do some shit with it. This is like 3 years
Did you
ago.
didn't you just buy a fucking
Bought a drone.
a drone lately too?
Well, I bought a drone because I pay a guy $150 to take pictures, aerial pictures of the houses.
Yeah.
So I bought the drone for $150,
Right.
and it's got a camera and it takes fucking pictures in 4K.
Oh, nice.
Or video in 4K.
All right.
And pictures in
Yeah.
high resolution.
Whatever. Yeah.
And you put your smartphone, it ties into your smartphone.
Yeah.
And that, I don't know. I haven't launched it yet because I've been working on solar shit here.
Well, you got to do what you got to do. So, by the way,
But yeah, I want to do. That will.
we're gonna do it,
Somebody
baby.
will like it.
We'll figure it out. I've done the research on the video thing. The problem is we're looking at a $500 investment to pull this off. So
500.
that's it.
Oh, get out.
It's not that much.
No.
I'll send you the link tomorrow.
Cameras are fucking cheap.
The cameras are cheap. Software is built into the fucking board. The camera board. It's
Okay.
built in. It's crazy.
So it somehow knows who's talking.
Yeah,
And
it's
it
nuts.
goes, go to mic 1, go to mic 2.
It's
go to
fucking
mic
science
1, go to
fiction.
mic 2.
It's science fiction.
Well, good. That's
And
what we
then
need.
when two people are talking or nobody's talking, it goes to another camera that both mics are, you know what I mean? It's just stupid.
So we're going to set this join up a little bit better.
Yeah, we're gonna have a camera there pointed at me. We're gonna have a camera there pointed at you. We're gonna have one there
wrong.
and one there.
It's all going to come here. We're going to be in this corner. We're going to put.
We're gonna move
We're
everything.
going to put a curtain behind it.
Oh, we don't have to do
We're
that.
going to be like over here because we can't
You-
put it. We're going to put like a curtain behind us. Or maybe
Sounds like a lot of work.
coming across here.
Ah,
We're going to be in a little room.
okay, I got you.
You know what I mean? We're going to have some sort of a background. We're going to cover that window.
We don't
We
need
have to make
do that,
a cozy spot.
okay, I
so
got
it
you.
looks cozy.
All right. All right.
know what I'm saying?
We'll work on it. We got another project. Hey, this has been a lot of fun. This
Yeah.
is show 125, Joe. 125. We are 1/8 of the way to 1,000 shows. Yeah, we're not looking to do this for fucking, what's 1.5 times 8? It's a lot. We're not looking to do fucking 5 years of this shit, but maybe we will. Hey, right?
What do you mean? If we ever made any money at it, we'd continue to do it.
Oh, yeah.
We'll
Well,
probably
fuck
do
yeah.
it for 4 years.
Eventually
with
it'll
no
be
money.
Yeah. Listen, our original
Was 2
obligation to each other was 2 years, and we're both looking at it going, yeah, 2 years is a couple months, and we haven't raised
November.
any.
Or November or
Any-
August. Well, we launched in November.
Well, we started in August, but we launched in November. We started in August.
So I got to go from the launch.
You got to go. Yeah, yeah. So, anyway, hey, I'm Al. That's Joe. Together, we do a podcast called Kinda Right. And listen, you motherfuckers over Afghanistan and Australia and fucking Belgium, tell somebody about us. And yeah, you asshole over there in Nashville, San Jose, Mountain View,
Hey,
California,
you know what I'm thinking?
tell a friend.
I'm thinking that these
Go ahead.
are all virtual private networks.
Yeah.
And
Nobody listens.
there's just nobody's from where you see where they're from.
That would make sense. Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people in the fucking Congo listening to us, and I don't think we got
Joe.
listeners in the Congo.
I'll tell you right now, we're huge in the Congo.
We are.
We're
We love
fucking
us.
huge. All right. Hey, Joe, I love you.
Love you too, buddy.
This has been a lot of fun tonight, and this is why I come down here.
Well,
Because,
if it wasn't fun, we wouldn't do it.
I mean, we are both kind of fucking self-flagellating, self-hating people, so maybe if it sucked, we would do it. I don't know. But no, I think we do it because it's fun.
No, if it was torturous, we wouldn't do it.
No.
It's fun. Plus,
fun.
it's a way to unload. So I got to clean this shithole up and get us.
A couple of fucking drapes and some fucking cameras
Yeah,
and a fucking board. I'll show you what to buy.
yeah.
I haven't steered you wrong technically yet, have I?
No.
All right. Hey, good night, Waterbury.